Right. Okay. Listen here, chat. I'm not feeling. I had a little bit to drink last night. All right. This is the first thing. So I'm not feeling it massively. However, I will warm up. Second thing, just because it's April Fool's doesn't mean that you guys can give me nonsense in the chat. I mean, I know this isn't the best way to start with me having a go at you guys, but it's wow, Ross looks rough. That's just rude. Firstly, good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are. Man's had a rough night. What do you mean? Haha, look at him. Chat, this isn't the start that I needed. I needed words of affirmation. I need you to tell me that you love me rather than tell me that I look rough. This is just good. Your hands are shaking. Steady hand. Chat, you. Oh, God, this isn't going to go well. We love you, Ross. Thank you, Brian. I love you too. You look like you're going to beat me up. Maybe I will, Jacob. I mean, I don't want to threaten you too much. You look beautiful, Ross. Maybe I'm still as drunk as you. I'm not drunk. I'm fine. Hydrate. I'm hydrating. Here we go. There we go. Nice and hydrated. Why am I awake at 4 a.m. on a Saturday? You tell me, Rick. I don't know. FPL obsessed. FPL obsessed. Walter White. Nice. The epitome of masculinity. Thank you. I think so as well. It's what I always say. Take the hoodie off. Do you mean like take the hood down, or are you trying to get me topless? It's too early for that. Has Haaland been spotted any... I don't know yet. Gangster Ross in the house. I will take my hood down. It's very rude to have my hood up, isn't it? There we go. Ooh. I should probably spin my hat around as well so that you can see my face a bit more. There we go. Oh, God, that light is bright. Right. So, I made some transfers already. So, this is the team. I've already taken a -4, and I like it. So I did take out both my Arsenal assets. I know a lot of people aren't going to be a fan of that. I'm not a massive fan of that particularly, but they don't have a double game week this week, and Arsenal actually don't have any double game weeks for the rest of the season. So I looked at it and thought, I don't feel like I need my Arsenal assets at the moment. I may well get Saka back at some point, but for the foreseeable future, I don't see Arsenal assets as a must-have. It's only this week, really, that you would want them, but I still prefer the double game week. So I brought in Shaw and Fernandes for Zinchenko and Saka. That's for a -4. I am probably going to make another transfer or two. It does. The bench boost doesn't look great, I'll be honest. I don't massively like the bench boost, but I just want to get it done. And I look at my bench. I did look ahead for sort of game week 34 and 37. The bench doesn't look much better in any of the weeks. It actually looks okay in either, I think, 31. But I just want to get it done. So if it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off. The bench boost only tends to get you kind of 15 to 20 points anyway. So yeah, that's the sort of position I'm in right now. I'm very happy with the team, though. Triple Brighton and triple Manchester United. The reason, again, that I think triple Brighton and triple Manchester United is a good idea is they double in 29, they double in 34, and they double in 37. So just by having triple Brighton and triple United, I already have 6 doublers for all 3 of the upcoming double game weeks. Your bench looks like you this morning. What's so amazing? Beautiful. Is that what you're telling me? Thank you. That's very kind. What about Isak? Yeah, I do really like Isak. I've looked at... So the 2 transfers that I could still make in my team is Kane to Isak or Henry to Chilwell. Are probably the 2. Henry to Chilwell would probably lead to me... I would probably keep Chilwell on the bench boost, but I could end up dropping Shaw down, but I guess it doesn't matter. And then Kane to Isak is an interesting one because it gives me another double game week player for when Newcastle have their double. And the other reason I like it is that it offers me a route back to Salah quite easily in 31. So I can do Maddison to Salah, I think, for free. Let me just double check that quickly. So if I do Kane to Isak this week. I just want to check. I haven't actually checked it. I think the budget works out. And then next week, let's say Haaland is back. He might not be, but if he is, I'm going to want him. Why is my internet dying? Thank you. I think my internet's hung over as well, guys. If I do Haaland in for Tony next week, yeah, I've got plenty. So I could do Maddison to Salah in one move in 31. Because in game week 31, Maddison has Manchester City. And Salah, I think, does he have Leeds? Did I make that up? Salah has, yeah, 31 Leeds. I'll probably free hit in 32 anyway, but then he's got West Ham in 33, and then I have him freeze double in 34. So I am tempted by Kane to Isak this week. The only thing is, are we 100% confident that Isak keeps his place? Maybe we are. I suppose I could do like Havertz instead. It doesn't have to be Isak, but some sort of double game week forward. So they're the two options. Bringing in Chilwell for Henry or Kane. Solanke, yeah. I'm just never convinced by Solanke. His data's so bad. His data's really not great. But I guess he is on penalties and he's talismanic. These are the things that I always say I look for. Why? You're definitely still drunk. Do I look drunk? I'm fine. Is McAllister captain confirmed? No. We'll do a captaincy poll in a bit. I do really like McAllister captain though. I feel like it's a good shout. But no, it's not confirmed. We'll discuss that. I don't know why my green screen's doing that. It's really bothering me. We'll discuss captaincy though. I think the thing is, like, so Rashford's got slightly better data, and he's involved in a higher percentage of Manchester United's goals than McAllister. That's the two things that are in favour of Rashford. But I feel like there is more in favour of McAllister. I like the fixtures more. He's on penalties. He's getting a lot of big chances recently. I don't know. Maybe it is pretty close. I think it is pretty 50-50 between the two of them. It just depends. Do you want to back fixtures, or do you want to back probably the slightly greater goal threat and the slightly greater goal scorer as well in Rashford? I haven't decided. I could go back and forth on that one all live stream, and then I'll decide last minute, I'm sure. Ross, is Henry to Zuma worth a -4 ignoring free hit 32? So the thing is that's put me off slightly doing Henry to Zuma is I don't really need that player. If I just go forward to, I'll just show you on Fantasy Football Hub. So this is my team. Let me zoom out a little bit. Hopefully you can see that. So this is the team for 29. In game week 30, I would be playing Botman. Switch player here. So in game week 30, I don't need that Henry or Zuma position, right? So I don't need that player there. In 31, I again don't need it. I've got Shaw, Trippier, Botman, so I don't need that Henry Zuma spot. In 32, I would be free hitting. If you're not, though, Henry's got Aston Villa. In game week 33, again, I don't need it because I can play Estepinian, Botman, and Trippier. And then in 34, yes, you could play Zuma, but Henry's got Nottingham Forest. Zuma does have a double, but one of the games is against Man City. So I look at it, and up until game week 34, that's a loud engine. Up until game week 34, I don't actually need, apart from this week on the bench boost, I don't actually need that spot for Henry/Zuma. So it feels like a waste of a hit to bring in a player that I don't really need. Chilwell's slightly different because I don't ever need Chilwell, but because he's such an excellent defender to own with his attacking potential and probably slightly higher clean sheet potential, there are weeks that you could play him. So I suppose that's what's put me off a West Ham defender, is that the double's not great in 34, and I don't really need him in any of the other weeks. So it's only 29 you're getting a real advantage, because I still don't really like the Henry double. So that's kind of my perspective on Henry to a West Ham defender at the moment, at least. Good morning to everyone still joining. If you are enjoying the stream, please do drop a like. Make sure to subscribe as well. We are on the road to, what are we on the road to? Numbers? 66,000. We could hit 66,000 in today's stream. That'd be cool. So please do subscribe. By the way, I should caveat at the start of this stream, there will be no April Fools from me. It's not because I don't like pranks or anything. I just feel like you guys rely on me for accurate information and advice before a deadline. So I'm not going to sit here and say any stupid stuff or prank you. So everything that comes out of my mouth will be 100% accurate and honest. I'm not going to be pranking. So you don't have to worry about that if you were worried. Martinelli to Maddison or Kane to Isak? I think I prefer Martinelli to Maddison myself. Is Maddison not even an option? Fixtures are better. My worry with Maddison, and it's always been my worry with Maddison, is that he's reliant on his teammates to convert the chances he creates. So Maddison's XG isn't particularly great, and it never has been. His expected assists are always ridiculously good. Like even if you look on the official site, we'll just do that in 2 seconds. So in recent games, his XG has been 0.02, 0.27, 0.04. Then he missed the game, 0.2, 0.55, which was good. So his XG is not great most of the time. But then recently, his expected assist, 0.25, 0.24, 0.85. He tends to create a hell of a lot, Maddison. But if the players that he's creating for don't finish the chances, it's so frustrating to own him. To captain him is even worse. So I don't hate it. You just need Iheanacho, Daka, whoever's going to play to be on a hot vein of form so that they convert the chances. He can score goals himself, obviously. Like we've seen that throughout the season. And he does have it in his locker to get those double-digit hauls. We saw in game week 9, I actually owned him for this when he got the 18-pointer. He got 11 points. He's got 11 points again. So he does have it in his locker to get these big scores. It's frustrating enough owning Maddison to then captain him on top. I'm not sure I can do that. But yeah, I do like the fixtures, and I love the fact that I own him. I love this midfield 5 that I've got. I feel like this is a really strong midfield 5. I would like Salah, and I would like Solly March too, but you can't own everyone, so I'm pretty happy with that. Chilwell or James? I just think just because of his injury doubts constantly, I'd probably go for Chilwell over James. I actually think that if they're both fit and both starting, I still prefer Reece James. Although Chilwell is in a lot of corners at the moment, which could potentially be something to make you back, to put you back in favour of Chilwell. FPL Boona says, yeah, no April Fools from me either. Yeah, I'm sure, mate. I'm sure you've got absolutely nothing up your sleeve at all. Absolutely nothing. Good morning, Richard. Good to see you. Is Darwin fit? I think Klopp's wording was in contention. So Darwin is in contention. But the issue is now, Diaz isn't going to feature this week, but they've got Diaz, Jota, and Firmino all back or coming back. So Darwin's minutes are going to be reduced, and that does put me off slightly. It's why I think that if you're going to go for a Liverpool attacker, Salah's probably the one now. Although if Diaz gets a run of games, I do like Diaz as well. Got me a 14-pointer in game week 3, I think, Diaz. That's a cold water. It is. I love cold water. Well, that does make me feel like I'm drowning slightly when I drink cold water. Haaland to Isak, already on a -4, so that would be for a -8. Yep, it looks like Haaland isn't going to feature. So in case you missed it, where's the main man FPL Focal's tweet? Focal. This isn't April Fool's, by the way. This was yesterday. Haaland is out for tomorrow's game against Liverpool with a groin injury and won't be risked. And the source is this guy. I'll be honest, I've never interacted with this guy and I've never even seen his handle. But everyone else is saying that he's been quite accurate in the past with Man City. So I see no reason to doubt that. If everyone else is saying that he's accurate, he's accurate. So apparently Haaland is out. He has apparently been doing individual training, and Pep said he would be in training on Friday. So unless there was a reoccurrence of that injury, I would suspect he'd be back for 30/31. So it's up to you if you want to keep him. And so I feel like if you've got Haaland and you're not bench boosting, I think that's an easy decision. I think you just keep Haaland and bench him. The issue you've got is if you own Haaland and you are bench boosting, you're going to have to sell him unless you just delay the bench boost. But like I said, just because game week 34 is a big double game week, like check out your bench boost for it. Because if I just go quickly and look at my bench for 34, obviously I've made no transfers yet. My bench currently, if I just optimize the team, Oh, select. These things, I always say these things stress me out. I'm always like, is there like a smidging of a car in one of the other boxes? I passed. Right, optimizing the team. At the moment, and again, I say at the moment because I do have free transfers to use, my bench is Kepa against Arsenal, Henry, Watkins against United, and Botman against Southampton. So just because 34 is a big double, most of your good doublers will be in your team anyway. So I wouldn't necessarily just say, just delay the bench boost for 34 because your bench might not be looking great. So that's something to just assess. I would probably still try and get the bench boost out the way, but it will mean that you need to probably sell Haaland, which is annoying because you're going to want him straight back. It's a really tricky position for Haaland owners to be in, I think. And it's unlucky as well if you held on to him. Are you baiting us with the McAllister captaincy? Surely you'll switch. Good morning, by the way. Like I said, no April Fools from me. At the moment, McAllister's got the armband. But if you leave the stream and it ends up on Rashford, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm going back and forth between the two of them, to be honest. Ahmed says, thoughts on Isak versus Ings? Will have exact funds to do Tony to Haaland if I go for Isak. I do prefer Isak, but I probably prefer Ings for this double. I've spoken to a few West Ham fans. They seem to think that there still could be rotation with Antonio and Scamacca. So I feel like they're both minute stouts, but I feel like Ings is a slightly greater minute stout. Also, Isak is on penalties in the absence of Wilson. So I feel like I would lean Isak probably just about, but I don't mind either of them. I personally don't think removing Saka for Bruno for a -4 doesn't make sense. Are you doing that for sure? Thanks. I've already done that, man. So I think it's worth it. This is the most difficult week for it to pay back. I think long term it makes sense because Manchester United double in 29, 34 and 37, right? That's guaranteed. So 3 further doubles for Manchester United. Arsenal have no more doubles, but they do play in blank 32, whereas Manchester United blank in 32. So if you are not free hitting in 32, so let's say you've used your free hit or you're using it in a different week, I don't think Saka to Bruno makes as much sense. If you're free hitting in 32, though, you're getting 3 extra fixtures by doing Saka to Bruno. And if you combine that with the defensive transfer, me doing Saka to Bruno and Zinchenko to Shaw, I'm getting 6 extra fixtures from that set of 2 transfers across the season, of course. So it makes sense to do it. And I feel like if you're going to do it, you try and optimize the amount of fixtures that you get and you do it this week. It's not me saying that Zinchenko and Saka aren't great options. I truly do think they are. It's just playing the fixtures. It's playing the amount of opportunities that you can get for points is basically the way I view it. Frosty says, morning, all apologies for the tardiness. You are not forgiven. It's outrageous behaviour, Frosty. We've just been sat here crying, waiting for you to join. And not able to afford Bruno until I downgrade Kane. What striker do you suggest? Is Ings a good choice? I still feel like Ollie Watkins is a fine pick. I don't really like the double this week, but he has still been in excellent form. And I just feel like because he hasn't got loads of goals in the last couple, and because it's not a great double, a lot of people are ignoring Watkins that don't own him. But I still like Watkins. I like Isak as well. I wouldn't go Tony personally. I think it is probably Ings, Isak, or Watkins, but I think I would lean Isak probably. Iheanacho could be an option. I just don't think he's going to play enough minutes, is my issue. I'm not sure. This is the issue. Actually, I've completely ignored Havertz as well. Havertz is a decent option. I don't like any of the strikers for different reasons. Like they've either got a tricky double this week or they don't double in 34 or they've got difficult single game week fixtures in the weeks that you'd need them. So, yeah, I just don't love any of them. Like, I look at Watkins, Tony and Kane. I'm like, I would happily sell all 3 of them, to be honest. Why no love for João Felix? Firstly, because I don't enjoy pronouncing his name. I like calling him Felix, but people tell me off. Secondly, I think I just prefer Havertz. He's got slightly better data. I feel like he's slightly more nailed, and he's also on penalties too. So for that reason, I just think Havertz is slightly better. I'm currently at the gym listening to your live stream. Nice. I need to go to the gym later. I'm not going to go this morning or afternoon, I don't think. I'll go this evening when I've sobered up a bit. Lucas, would you do Gabriel, Saka and Erdegaard to McAllister, Fernandes and Shaw for a -8? Yes, I would. I think that's a nice set of transfers. Apparently it's pronounced Felix. Felix. Okay. This is it. Everyone tells me it's different. Someone told me it was Felix. Someone told me it was Felix. I'm also at the gym. Cool, loads of people at the gym. I don't know how you listen to me at the gym. I need to listen to like heavy drum and bass or rap or something. I don't know how you listen to my boring voice at the gym, but there we go. Everson as a cheap keeper choice. I wouldn't go Everson personally. I feel like he's one average performance away from Ward coming back in. I feel like if you're going for a cheap goalkeeper, it's Jason Steele, although again, Sanchez could come back in at any point. I feel like Keylor Navas would be my goalkeeper of choice if you're going for a cheapy one. I know he's not completely cheap, but he's 4.5, 4.6. So that would be my choice. Why not Rashford captain? I don't like the fixtures massively. I think Newcastle and Brentford are two decent defences. Newcastle away is a tricky fixture. I don't know. I'm just not a massive fan of the fixtures. If the fixtures were better, I'd be on Rashford. I feel like that's the main thing that's putting me in favour of McAllister, as well as the penalties as well. You guys know I love a penalty taker. Why have you already made transfers? I made 2 last night because number one, I'd had quite a lot of alcohol. But number 2, Fernandes looked like he could have risen in price last night. And I knew that I wanted to do Saka to Fernandes. And I just thought there's no point losing 0.1 just for the sake of waiting. So I made the Shaw and Fernandes transfers last night. And then I thought on stream, I can let you guys help me to decide what is that third transfer that I make. Because I think I am going to do either Kane to Isak or potentially Henry to Chilwell. Or neither. Or maybe I just stop there. I'll run a poll in a second. Could you do a captaincy poll, please? Of course I can. That's what I'm here for, just to run polls. Right, captaincy poll. Who do we want on the captaincy poll? So you can only have 3 options and then other. So it's going to be Rashford. I'll do Rashford, Bruno, Brighton midfielder. Chat, who are you captaining this week? Spam in the chat who you're captaining. Maddison. Oh, there's a lot of Maddison. Salah. YouTube needs to allow like 5 or 6 options in the... It's just not ideal, is it, at all? I'm going to have to put Maddison as an option because there are so many. Right, there is going to be no other option. So if you're captaining like Salah or Ings or, as I'm seeing a few people do, there's not a lot I can do for you, to be honest, because YouTube only allow 4 options in the poll. Captaincy poll, Rashford, Bruno, Brighton midfielder, Maddison. You could go to a website and send a link. Yeah, that's long though, isn't it, for people on their phone? Right, there is a captaincy poll in the chat. The options you've got are Rashford, Bruno, Brighton midfielder, Maddison. Those are your 4. If it's not one of those 4, I apologise. You should have doubled up Rashford, Bruno to allow for other. No, I didn't want to do that because I'm interested to see how many people are captaining Bruno, actually. Like Brighton midfielders, it's basically a 3-way tie. I feel like Bruno and Rashford are very different captaincy options. That's my view on it anyway. Ian says, hi mate, Ricardo/Zuma or Castagna in for Gabriel? I prefer Ricardo Pereira to Castagna. My issue with Ricardo Pereira and Castagna is that I don't know how nailed they are longer term. I think I would go... If you want a safe option, I would go Zuma. If you're happy taking a bit of a risky, and I'd go Ricardo Pereira. But yeah, I like either of those in for Gabriel. Get another double in there. Only 275 likes. Sad face. Have a good weekend, Ross and all. Thank you. Yes, if you're enjoying the stream, please do drop a like on the stream and make sure to subscribe to the channel as well. We are currently... Just going to refresh it. We're currently 500 subscribers off of 66,000. So if you would like to subscribe and support me, I would really appreciate that. We do these deadline streams every week as well if you're new. Need a goalkeeper to replace Ward. Keylor Navas could be all right. Yeah, I would go Keylor Navas. Or maybe De Gea. If you're not already tripled up on Manchester United, I would go De Gea. If you are or you don't want De Gea, then I like Keylor Navas. Can you split the Brighton midfielders in a different poll? Yeah, I can do a different poll in a second for the Brighton midfielders for sure. At the moment, Rashford's got 45%. Brighton midfielder is 36%. Maddison on 13%. And Bruno on 6%. So at the moment, I'll leave that poll up for another 5 minutes because there's a few other polls that I want to run. So make sure that you vote. Yeah, Rashford looks like he's going to get about half of the captaincy. Half of people are going to captain Rashford. About a third will captain Brighton midfielder, and then the rest will be spread out. Are you on the bench boost? I am. This is something that I just wanted to say. Oh, I almost broke everything there. Make sure that you activate the bench boost. So if I just scroll down, you can see it says cancel here. Don't cancel it, but that means that it is active. If I click cancel, the line around it goes, and then if I click restore, it goes back. So before the deadline, I'd just refresh your page a couple of times and make sure that you've actually activated the bench boost, because it would be pretty gutting to not do it. But as long as you've got the box around your bench, and as long as you've clicked bench boost and you've saved your team, you should be fine. But yeah, the bench boost is indeed active. Hello, Baldy. Hello. What do you think about Salah for a hit? Depends who you're taking out. Depends what the rest of your team looks like. But yeah, I do like Salah moving forward for sure. Would you do Bowen to replace Saka? I don't mind Bowen. I mean, you tell me, Richard. I think Ben Rama's a better option. But if you like Bowen, go for Bowen. I like the fact Ben Rama's on pens, but of course he's a slightly bigger minutes risk. So maybe Bowen is a good pick. I just feel like Bowen's data's not good. He's not on penalties. I've just not seen much from Bowen this year yet. Who has risen in price? I think Matoma, March, Maddison, and... who was it? It was there was 4 M's. Matoma, March, Maddison, and Mings. There we go. They were the 4 that rose in price last night. If you follow FPL Status on Twitter, they're really good. They just give you automated updates. But yeah, Mings, March, Matoma, Maddison are the 4 that went up in price last night. Price falls, there were tons of them. But most of us won't own any of these players, I don't think. Also, make sure to follow FPL Raptor on Twitter as well. I want to try and hit 100,000 before the end of the season. So there we go. All right, let me drag this back over. Aman says, March or McAllister, your opinion for captaincy? That's incredibly difficult. So if McAllister stays in the 10 role and he doesn't drop deep at any point in this double, I prefer McAllister because they've got similar data, but McAllister's on penalties. If you think there's a chance that McAllister drops into the pivot and drops deep, then I prefer March. So because I think he will play in the 10 role in both games, I'll still back McAllister, but I feel like March is the slightly safer captaincy option because his position shouldn't change. So, yeah, I would back McAllister still ahead of March, but I feel like that's a very, very close one. No, there's no April Fool's jokes in this. Well, not coming from me. The chat might be, but I'm not going to be. I don't have Chilwell as well. Are we screwed? I don't think we're screwed. I may well still bring in Chilwell. I'm going to run a poll a bit later because I'd love to know what you guys think I should do. Whether you think I should leave it as it is, or do Kane to Isak for a -4, or Henry to Chilwell for a -4, or do both for a -12. Anything could still happen in this stream. Kane to Greenwood to save money, so use for Salah and Robbo later on. As long as you're not bench boosting, go for it. But if you're bench boosting, I wouldn't, because Greenwood's not even confirmed to play. In fact, I don't think he will start both, or either, really. Are you concerned for McAllister's minutes? No, not particularly. He'll probably be benched now, but no, not particularly. He's a 90-minute man. Not 90-minute man, but like 80-minute man plus. We'll look at his minutes now. Well, what am I looking at? Minutes. 87, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 82. Post-World Cup, that was, because he's a World Cup winner. 90, 90, 90, 86, 90. I wouldn't be particularly worried about McAllister's minutes. I know he's just been on international duty, but so is Matoma, so is Estepinian. They can't just rotate their entire team. And I feel like McAllister, He only got like 45 and 49 minutes in the international break. So it would make more sense to rest Matoma and Estepinian than it would McAllister. Ross, what do you think about the Brighton midfielder triple up? I'm replacing Sanchez with De Gea and either Estepinian or McAllister as the third Brighton player. Fixtures are rough the next few weeks. I don't mind the Brighton triple midfield. My only concern is that I think you're going to, for game week 34, I think you want to own Rashford, Salah, 2 Brighton midfielders. You've then basically got the option of Fernandes or a third Brighton mid. So as long as you're happy going without Fernandes or without Salah, it's fine. But I think that the ideal midfield for me, for game week 34, is Bruno, Rashford, Salah, McAllister, March, or Matoma. So I feel like longer term, 2 Brighton mids and a Brighton defender probably makes more sense. It just gives you more flexibility for that 5th midfield spot. If you have 3 Brighton mids, you're not going to want to take them out at any point because they have 4 more double game weeks this season. 29, 34, 35 or 36, and 37. So you're almost locking in 3 of your midfield spots for the rest of the season. So for that reason, I would go for 2 Brighton mids and a defender. But I don't mind the 3 Brighton mids. Estepinian spotted in Brighton walking his pet kangaroo. I like that. What do you guys think of Danny Ings? I don't mind him at all, especially for the double. I just don't know about longer term how secure his minutes are, and also he's made of glass, isn't he? So we'll see how long he lasts there. I'm not 100% set on captaincy, no, but I would say I'm 60-40 at the moment. 60-40 at the moment. Chat, help a man out. There's 4,000 of you here. I am currently 4,000 followers away from 10,000 on Instagram. If all 4,000 of you follow me on Instagram, then I would hit 10,000. The Instagram has just been spammed. Go follow the Instagram at FPL__Raptor. If you, now, don't hold me to this, but apparently, if you follow the Instagram, you get a green arrow. That's what I heard. No free hit 32. Bench boost White to Zuma done. Is it worth a -4 to Salah from Saka or wait? Or Kane as a way to Everton doesn't scream goals and Isak's playing well? A -8 in a double game week or just be patient? I quite like Salah in for Saka, but if you're not free hitting in 32, I think you're going to want Saka back. So I wonder, can you get Salah in without having to sacrifice Saka? So I feel like Kane to Isak to allow you to get Salah in alongside Saka makes more sense to me, Russell. So I think that would be the way I would approach it. I'm currently on Rashford captain, but I want to captain Maddison. Give me some confirmation bias, please. If you want to captain Maddison, just captain Maddison. People are so obsessed with ownership and with doing like the safe thing. If you think Maddison's a better captaincy option, just captain him. Like McAllister is going to have about 30 or 40% effective ownership. Rashford's going to be at about 170%. I think McAllister's a slightly better captaincy option at the moment, so that's where I'm going. I don't captain or pick players based on ownership, really. So that would be my advice to you. If you think Maddison's the best captain, captain Maddison. Zinchenko to I thought my camera went. Zinchenko to Castagna or Zuma. No free hit. Is 9 players enough for 32 if I can optimize around that? Can we go without Haaland until 33 or is it too much of a risk? Haaland really depends on fitness, Champions League, stuff like that. So I can't really comment on Haaland yet. If you're not free hitting, I feel like you don't sell Zinchenko because he's got a great fixture in 32. So I feel like if you're not free hitting, you don't need to sell your Arsenal players. But if you want to, I would probably go Zuma or Ricardo Pereira. But I just wouldn't personally be selling my Arsenal assets. The only reason I'm happy selling my Arsenal assets is because I know I can get that triple up back in for game week 32. Like I can have Saka, Martinelli, and Gabriel Zinchenko straight back for 32. You've probably answered this already, but are there any worries around Rashford not starting due to his flag? He's been in training. I don't think there was there might have been a knock, but I don't think there was ever a serious injury. I think he was just given the international break to rest. So I think Rashford's fine, but I don't know that. That's just my assumption. Do you think James is a good pick, just short of cash for Chilwell? This is for Henry to James for a -8. I don't hate it, but I don't know if he'll be fit enough to start both games in Game Week 29. So I would probably opt for no now, but maybe in the future. You need him to start both and to do well in both to make back the hit for taking out a double game week defender. So that would worry me slightly. Yes, I can do a Brighton midfielder poll. So it's pretty much exactly half of people are captaining Rashford, and then a third of people are captaining a Brighton midfielder, which is interesting. Right, here comes the Brighton midfielder poll for captaincy. What about Havertz captain? I think there are better captaincy options, but I don't hate it. That's like my catchphrase, isn't it? I don't hate it. that's me basically saying, don't let me put you off. Right. Show us your shoes. What does that even mean? Have you got a foot fetish? I feel like this isn't the part of the stream where we talk about foot fetishes. Saka is going to haul. I hope not. That would be terrible. That would ruin my weekend. No, it wouldn't really. Right, I've just run a Brighton captaincy poll in the chat. It is a captaincy poll. So if you're not captaining one of the Brighton mids, vote on the first option, captaining someone else. If you are captaining one of the Brighton mids, vote for who you're captaining. So this isn't who you own. This is a captaincy poll. Because people just wanted to know if you are captaining a Brighton midfielder, who's going to be the most popular one. I think, for what it's worth, I think it'll be Matoma, but we'll see. How's your dating life going? My dating life's not going. We'll talk about that post-stream. Could you answer my super chat, please? Who asked? I don't think there is one. I'm not seeing one. Hi, Ross. Saka and Kane to Salah and Darwin for a -8. No, I don't like that particularly because Darwin's a bit of a doubt. The fixtures really aren't great. I don't mind the idea of getting Salah in, but I feel like selling Saka and Kane to get Salah and Darwin this week. I'm not convinced about Darwin just because of his minutes as a result of Jota, Diaz and Firmino being back. Ward to Everson -4 or Ward to Navas and Kane to Isak -8. I prefer the second one. I think I prefer Navas and Isak coming in. I'm just not sure about Ward to Everson. I feel like you could end up regretting that if Ward gets his place back. Me out for sure and keep Zinchenko, bench boost 29 and free hit 32. I don't mind keeping an Arsenal defender ahead of your Brentford defender. I feel like that could definitely pay back. They've got a much better fixture, haven't they, Arsenal? It's just Brentford have 2 fixtures. Is Botman injured? No, Botman had food poisoning. He had a poorly belly, so he should be fine. He's been in training. Father has sent his... Father? I always mispronounce your name. I apologise. Kepa, Henry, Trippier, Estepinian, Chilwell, Matoma, Rashi, Maddison, McAllister, Felix, Tony, Areola, Zinchenko, Kane, Saka. Not selling Arsenal assets because no free hit. What do you think? Yeah, if you're not going to sell your Arsenal assets, that's basically the perfect team. Like, you could do Kane to Isak if you want to make another transfer. Otherwise, I think you're fine. I don't see any major issues with that. Hi, Ross. Tony to Ings for a punt. Tony to Ings for a punt. I don't like selling Tony because unless he gets booked in the first game, he's got 2 games. He's actually really good away from home. So Brentford are quite poor away from home, but Tony actually gets a decent amount of points. He's averaging like 6 points or something ridiculous this season away from home. So I don't like the idea of selling Tony unless you are confident that he gets booked in that first fixture, which you obviously can't be, but unless you want to take that risk. Because if he gets booked in the first fixture, then he'll have 10 yellow cards and he'll miss the second game. Loads of people keen on Bowen. I don't hate Bowen. Let's look at Bowen's stats just to show you what my issue might be with Bowen. Do you know what? Let's look at Bowen and Ben Rama quickly. Bowen. Benrahma per 90. So red is Benrahma, blue is Bowen. You can see that in a little bit more detail there. There's not much going for Bowen ahead of Benrahma other than minutes. So you can see chances created, big chances created, expected assist, expected points, expected goals. Big chances about the same. Shots in the box is actually higher for Bowen. Then shots on target and shots in total is higher for Benrahma. So I just feel like Benrahma's a better pick. Yeah, like his stats just aren't great, Bowen's. They're not terrible, but Benrahma's are actually quite a bit better. Benrahma's XG is 0.1 higher. His expected assist is slightly higher. I wouldn't say there's like tons in it, but the fact that Benrahma we think is also on penalties as well, it would make me lean that way. So, yeah. I don't hate Bowen at all. It's a good double. He's just been a bit underwhelming this year, hasn't he? Bought Benrahma in purely on his Game Week 27 stats. I like Benrahma. The only issue with Benrahma is his minutes. Like, he's not 100% set to start every game. But other than that, if you expect him to start most games, he's worth it. And the thing is, what is he, like £2.5 million cheaper than Bowen as well? Like, you do need to take that into account. You might not need the money right now, but I guarantee at some point, around Game Week 33, 34, maybe even as early as Game Week 31, you're really going to need that money because you're probably going to want to have Salah. You're going to want to have Haaland, Bruno. You might want to hang on to Kane. You might even be looking at a Robertson or a Trent. I guarantee very quickly, whilst a lot of us have like 6 million in the bank right now, you will need that money soon. So I feel like Benrahma doesn't limit you there. Yeah, I like Harvey Barnes, actually. He's a player that I've not really spoken about. Probably one that I've not considered. That's just mainly due to my midfield. So as you can see, my midfield 5 is very strong. But if I was in a position where it was slightly less strong, weaker, then I would definitely have considered Harvey Barnes. But I like him. Again, he's not 100% nailed. Like, if we have a look at Harvey Barnes' minutes, it's not great. Yeah, like I've still got 6.3 million in the bank with this team. It's ridiculous. So Harvey Barnes, 90, which is good. 24, 45. To be fair, he had a really... Oh, wow. Okay, so we had a big run of 90 minutes. It feels like... I don't know why. It feels like whenever I watch Leicester and whenever we need Harvey Barnes, he gets these weird like half-time subs. He's only had it twice this season, but they really stick in my mind. I think this one was slightly like he had a knock. I think he's fairly nailed, Harvey Barnes, so I don't hate him as an option. It's just always a slight worry with me that he gets these weird early subs sometimes. But maybe that just sticks in my mind a little bit more. Maybe it's not as bad as I actually think. Kinga says, hi Ross, I've nearly the same team as you aside from Matoma and McAllister and Saka and Maddison. I'm considering a -8. Saka and Kane for Salah and Darwin. What are your thoughts? I'm not, as I said, I'm not a massive fan of Darwin at the moment, but if you expect him to play both in this double, then go for it. He's got great data still. I like the idea of getting Salah in. I wonder, could you do like Salah and Isak for now? I'm just a little bit unsure about Darwin. Sanchez to Still, Zinchenko to Shaw, Saka to Bruno, Erdegaard to Maddison. -12, but gives me 29 double game week players. 29 double game week players? Do you mean 29 fixtures? Otherwise, I want to know where you got your extra 14 players from. Salah or Haaland decision later, yay or nay? Yeah, I really like that, Adam. I think, yes, it's a -12, but they all make sense. You're getting extra fixtures. I'd go for it. Bench Kane or Saka. Would you captain Salah, Rashford, Matoma, or March? I'd captain Rashford or March. It's up to you which way you go there. I would start Saka and bench Kane, probably. If you can do one move, Saka to Bruno or Bueno to Shaw. Bueno to Shaw makes more sense, right? Because Saka's a much better option than Bueno. Yeah, I'll do Bueno to Shaw. Sell Kane for Watkins, Isak, or someone else. They would be my top 2 choices if you do. I think I would just about lean Isak, but I feel like Watkins is the safer option because you know his minutes are secure. I just want to have a look at what my team would look like if I make the Kane to Isak switch, because that's an option for me. But I just want to make sure I'm not, because I've not really looked at it in tons of detail. I want to make sure I'm not screwing my team up too much long term. So if I do Kane to Isak. Has anyone else bought in Isak this week, by the way? He just worries me slightly, his minutes, but I think if he continues to play the way he's playing, there's no way he can be dropped entirely. Well, he probably could, but he shouldn't be dropped entirely. So game week 30, he's got Brentford, which is fine. Do you know what? Let me just click the optimize button. It's a lot easier, isn't it? Optimize the team. So this is the way that I would be looking for game week 30. I would probably, to be honest, I probably would just play Botman ahead of Henry. So the team would look something like that, especially because I've got Isak. There's a bit of a clash. So this week is the week that I plan on bringing in Haaland anyway. If Haaland's not fit, I'll probably just bring in Salah. Or maybe I'll roll the transfer and do Salah in 31. So that's an option. 31, the team. Let's click optimize again. Isak's got Aston Villa. In 32, I'm free hitting. In 33, he's got Everton. Do you know what? Isak's got the perfect fixtures to rotate with my team. Oh, it's tempting, chat. Chat, I'm tempted. That would give me 15 double game week players as well. I didn't realise. 15 double game week players does sound nice. Is your bench boost active? Yeah, my bench boost is active. Kane's game week 31 game against Bournemouth at home moved me away from Isak despite Newcastle's 2 extra fixtures. Yeah, but the fixtures are really nice for Isak as well, aren't they? He's got like Southampton, Everton, Villa. They're not bad games that he's got. Is Kane a bad option? No. Kane's not a bad option at all. I really like Kane. The reason I do like Kane to Isak is that it, like I said, it offers me the opportunity to do Maddison to Salah in one move. Can you spin the wheel? The wheel. The wheel. I can spin the wheel in a second, for sure. So Brighton midfielder captaincy poll at the moment. 29% say they're captaining someone else, which is a lie, because a minute ago, 66 were captaining someone else. Then 28% Matoma, 22% March, 20% McAllister. So it actually looks like it will be a fairly close call between who's the most heavily captained Brighton player. But yeah, it's probably going to be Matoma, then March, then McAllister, which was the case a couple of weeks ago when we captained Brighton players. 27 it was, wasn't it? West Ham fans, Vladimir Sofal or Zuma? Sofal's just come back from injury, hasn't he, Frosty? So I feel like Zuma's probably, or Agurd. I feel like they're the safer options, probably. Thanks, Ross. Selling Kane for Isak now. Could go for it. I don't know if I'm doing it, by the way. I haven't committed to that at all. But it's an option. I would probably then put Watkins on my bench, I think. Agurd's flagged. Is he? What's wrong with him? I didn't see that. We'll just go Zuma then. Okay, go Zuma then. Yeah, go Zuma. Zuma's a lot cheaper. Zuma's 0.4 million cheaper. Are you on a -4 at the moment? Yes, I'm on a -4 at the moment. Potentially could take another hit. Could take another 2 hits, to be honest. Let's Talk FPL can't stream. Haha, excellent. I'm joking. Everyone come over to my stream. Play Wordle today. It will tell you who to captain. I'm trying to think of a word that could tell me who to captain. Don't know. I don't play Wordle anymore. Wordle was fun for a while. And then it got really boring very quick. Isak or Tony? I'd go Isak. Loads of people would... Why is everyone just... Oh, March. Okay. Loads of people just commenting March in the stream. I was like, why is everyone just saying March? Okay, March was the Wordle today. There you go. Spin a wheel of names for captain. Do you want to see the Disc of Destiny? Spam in... Do you know what? I'm gonna run a quick 2-minute poll. I'm running a poll to see if you want the Disc of Destiny. The Disc of Destiny, if you're new to my streams, we spin a wheel to see, I can't say the word, that's why we call it Disc, to see who we should pick and who we should captain. So we're basically asking the wheel. We're asking the wheel to vote for us. Okay, that's an overwhelming yes. Cool, the wheel's coming out. I've not got it prepared. Where is he? Here he is. Here he is. We bring this guy over here. We can switch here. Right, what were we doing last week? Last week it was Kane, Saka, and Tony. Right. This week we'll do that. What do we even want on the wheel? What do we want on the Disc of Destiny? What's the first one? It's sorry, the chat's always like 5 or 10 seconds behind, so I ask a question, then I just have to wait. Chat? I said, what do you want on the way here? When you're just putting random names, we need like a topic. Do you want to do captaincy? Do you want to do which Brighton midfielder? Do you want to do captaincy? Okay, we'll do captaincy. Rashford. Do you know what? We'll get all of the Brighton midfielders on there. This is better than a poll. This is much better than a poll. Who do we want? We want Maddison on there. Okay. We want Bruno on there. Are there any other options we want on the wheel for captaincy? I'm just going to let you know as well, the Disc of Destiny last week was correct. It told us to captain Saka. I didn't listen to it and captained Kane. So I'm going to listen to the Wahil this week. The Disc of Destiny is getting listened to. Right, I feel like... Oh, Salah. Okay, I'll put Salah in there. Right, that's enough. I'm not having any more differential options in there. So what we do, best of 3. So basically, wasn't it right the week before? I think it's been right every week. So basically, we're going to do best of 3. So first name that gets spun twice is the captaincy option. Oh dear. Basically going to be the only player that none of us own. Okay. Salah's got 1. But, however, it needs to be 2, doesn't it? So maybe Salah won't get spun again. Might genuinely base my decision on this disc. I would. Don't see any reason why you wouldn't. Matoma. Okay, someone keep count here. We've got 1 for Salah. We've got 1 for Matoma. It should have like a results section. It probably does somewhere. Raptor, please help. What do you think I'm doing, Simon? This is what I'm doing. I thought that was going to be Salah again then. I thought Salah was going to come up twice. Okay. So we've got 1 for Rashford, 1 for Salah, 1 for Matoma. This is getting intense. What is Bro doing? Bro's doing the Wahil of Destiny. Oh, I thought that was Salah. That is honestly the closest spin. Chat, look how close that is. That couldn't be more on the line. That was Bruno. I feel like that's more towards Salah. Interesting, okay. I feel like we're going to get one now coming. Okay. Bruno Fernandes is the best captaincy option for GameWeek29. You heard it here first. The disc never lies. Bruno's the best captaincy option. All I'm saying, there we go. The wheel's never wrong as well. So, do you know what that means? What that tells me is Manchester United are going to get like 2 penalties. Manchester United will get 2 penalties. Can we get a second best? We can, because apparently no one owns Bruno. The chat don't look very happy with the result. We can get a second best for sure. For those that don't own Bruno. And then I'll stop, because some people don't like the wheel being spun. Rashford. There we go. So what this suggests is if you own Bruno and Rashford, you should captain Bruno. If you don't own Bruno, Rashford is your second best option. There you go. So basically, Manchester United are the best team in the world. Rigged. We want VAR on the second Salah. I think we should have had VAR. Maybe someone can click the stream and like zoom in because that looked a bit dodgy. I feel like maybe, do you think the Disc of Destiny doesn't own Bruno? Maybe the Disc of Destiny only doesn't own Salah, I mean. Maybe they own Bruno and they didn't want it to be Salah. Who knows? Morning, Ross. Hope everything is going well. Erdegaard to Bruno, Zinchenko to Shaw, and have to change Ward for someone. I've got Raya. Who would you recommend? I like... So you've already brought in Bruno and Shaw, so you can't go De Gea. I feel like if you can't go De Gea, I would go... I'd go Kepa or Navas would be my top two. Is Haaland 100% out? Yes. Apparently. I don't know that for sure, but there is a source that has said that he's out. So. Stuart Atwell on the disc results. VAR has been a failure there. Morning, Ross. Loving this stream. Thank you very much, Justin. I appreciate that. Hi, sir. Who will words? Who will more likely get taken off early between McAllister and Matoma today, given their travels midweek? It's impossible to say, Darius. It will depend on the player. So it might be that McAllister played less minutes, but it might be that he is more tired. He didn't get as much sleep, maybe slightly more fatigued. Unless you're an insider at Brighton, it's impossible to know. I would say, though, that Matoma is someone that will very, very rarely get any minutes taken off him. He just feels like a bit of a machine. So I would say McAllister's probably slightly more likely. Right, chat, here's the big poll that I need your help with. This is for my own team. So my team is on the screen. I don't want none of this April Fool's nonsense. I want you to actually help me here. What should I do? Do I leave it as it is? Right, so leave it as it is. I've already taken a -4. Do I do Kane to Isak to give me 15 double game week players? So everyone's a double game week player. And it gives me the funds to do Maddison to Salah in one move in game week 31. Or do I do Henry to Chilwell? Which gives me 14 double game week players. I keep Kane and I get a better player than Henry. So what should I do? There's your options. What are your transfer plans this week? My transfer, so I've already done Zinchenko and Saka to Shaw and Bruno. My plan is then to do either Kane to Isak or Henry to Chilwell. Or leave it as it is. That's what the three options are in the poll. Are you playing your bench boost? Yeah, my bench boost is active. My bench boost is active. That's what that little box around the bench. Last year, not last year, in previous years, for as long as I can remember, the box would go like dark green and it looked so good. And you also knew for certain that your bench boost was active. This is just, it looks like something that I would make on Photoshop. It just doesn't look good at all. I think I'm getting ill again. Sadly. I feel like I've spent my whole life ill. My whole life. Since January, I feel like I've been ill constantly. What do you think of Timothy Castagna? Young Timothy. I don't mind young Timothy. I think I slightly prefer Ricardo Pereira, though. I think I slightly prefer Ricardo Pereira. Chat, you've not been very helpful with this poll. It's quite close. I was hoping that there would be a clear favourite. I'm actually really surprised. I thought Kane to Isak would be the favoured move. But that is the least favourite move according to the poll. Which is interesting. I'm going to keep spamming my Instagram until you all follow me, by the way. Don't ban me for spamming my own chat. I've just put my Instagram in the chat. I'm using it loads more. So if you want to see more content from me, then go follow the Instagram at FPL__Raptor. I can just pin one of them, can't I? There we go. I've pinned the message. Kane to Isak for a -12. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm still weighing it up myself, so I can't give you good advice when I don't know what I'm doing. Do you have an OnlyFans? We'll discuss that after the deadline. Chili B. I do really like Ben Chilwell. And I feel like he's a big upgrade on Henry. If he had a slightly better set, like if, for example, he had like Aston Villa and Newcastle, I don't like Liverpool for a defender. I know Liverpool aren't great going as a defence, but I feel like Liverpool I would expect to score against Chelsea. So then I'm really relying on that first fixture. And I've got Watkins. Erdegaard to Barnes for -4. Can't afford Maddison. Yeah, I really like that. I like that a lot. Who are some of your favourite players to have with no free hit chip? I feel like West Ham are good. So someone like a Benrahma or a Zuma. Leicester are okay. So Maddison, Barnes, Ricardo Pereira. Obviously, Arsenal are worth hanging on to as well. Just basically look at the teams that you would want in Game Week 32 and look if they also have decent fixtures in and around that. But I wouldn't have sold my Arsenal assets if I didn't have a free hit to use in 32. There's the camera. Saka to Maddison for a -4. Already have Bruno. Yeah, I like that. I think Maddison could do really well this week. I really like Maddison. What do you think if I transfer Haaland to Solanke just for this game week? I mean, if you're bench boosting and you've got Haaland, you kind of have to sell Haaland. But otherwise, you're going to want him immediately back. So you're basically looking at 2 transfers to bring in Solanke. It doesn't sit quite right with me, but I don't know what else you can do, really. You can delay the bench boost, but that doesn't really work for most people. Or you can bench boost with him, but then you're wasting a spot. So yeah, I guess so. I guess I would do Haaland to Solanke. Hey, Raptor, Henry to Ricardo Pereira, what are your thoughts? Yeah, I don't mind that, especially if it's for free, but even if it's for a hit, I don't hate it. Where do we find news on City/Liverpool? You just wait in this stream, and if I get any news, I'll share it. If there is news to be had, I'll get the news and I'll share it here. So basically, keep your eyes peeled for the next 56 minutes. Any ideas for my wildcard? I did a wildcard video earlier in the week, so I'm not going to go over that again. But basically, you just need to work out what your chip strategy is for the rest of the season and go in and around that. Your camera. Yeah, I know. I'm just resetting it. It'll be back in approximately 43 seconds. Solanke or Isak? Thanks for the insight. I prefer Isak. Solanke's data has just always been really, really bad, and Bournemouth aren't great, although they have improved recently, and he is on penalties. I would probably take the risk with Isak. Is it going to work? No. Give it one more. Henry to Mings for a -4. I don't know about Mings. I can't see them keeping a clean sheet against Chelsea or Leicester. So, no. I don't think Mings is worth bringing in. Haaland doesn't start. Yeah, a lot of people reporting that Haaland doesn't start. It's up to you if you want to believe that or not. Haaland to Isak or Watkins or Darwin bench boost this week. I think I prefer Isak or Watkins just because Darwin's only just coming back from injury and I think he's going to be a slight doubt. And the fixtures aren't great either. I think I would be tempted by Watkins if you don't have him already, but Isak's probably got the slightly higher upside. He's just less nailed, so yeah. I can run a poll for that. Let me run the poll. I'll run a poll for the strikers. Isak. Who would be a fourth striker, chat? I'm just going to set up a poll. Isak, Havertz, Watkins. Who would be a fourth striker that you're interested in? Ings, right? Solanke. Oh, there's too many. That's annoying. Ings or Solanke. One of them gets on the poll, one doesn't. Do you know what? I'm not a massive Solanke fan just because of his data. But if you want Solanke, go for it, to be honest. Felix as well. Oh, God, this is... Why have YouTube still not allowed a 5th and 6th poll option? Madness. Madness. We'll put Ings. I feel like Ings is slightly more popular at the moment in the chat. There you go, chat. Vote for your favourite striker. A lot of people wondering who to bring in. Solanke is about as attractive as a punch in the coolies. I'm not a massive fan, personally. Ross, can you do a stats comparison between Gakpo and Maddison, please? Yeah, we can do some stats comparisons in a second. I'll head over to Fantasy Football Fix in a bit. Luke says, would you get Pereira out for Maddison or Fernandes? Would you get Pereira out for... Do you mean Andreas Pereira? We still got Andreas Pereira. That feels like seasons ago that we had Andreas Pereira. If it meant that you couldn't get Haaland back. As long as you've got a route back, it doesn't matter if you can't get back there in one. It just matters that you've got a route. So if you don't have a route, I'm not a massive fan of it, although I do like the idea of getting Maddison or Fernandes. I feel like if you don't own Maddison, maybe go there just because it saves you money, and I feel like he covers you for the next couple, but then you've got the option to take him out for 34. That's a tough one, though. I just think make sure you've got some kind of way to get back to Haaland. It doesn't have to be the easiest way, but just make sure you've got something. JK says, Robertson to Trippier and Ferguson to Brennan Johnson for a -4. I don't know about selling Robertson. I wouldn't sell Robertson. I don't even know about selling Ferguson, to be honest. I'm not sure about those moves at all. At all. I understand why you would want Brennan Johnson and Trippier, but I also think Robertson and Ferguson both have doubles. Maybe Ferguson doesn't start both. I don't know. I'm not as keen on those moves. Sorry. I like to try and say that I like the idea, but I'm not sure about that. Captain, Maddison, March, Matoma, Rashford, or Bruno? I feel like the best three are March, Rashford, and McAllister. Then it's probably like Matoma, Bruno, Maddison for me. But I'm a stats-heavy person. So that's why I like March. That's why I like March, Rashford, and McAllister, because they have the best data. I think Rashford's probably the best captaincy option. He probably is, but I just have a bit of a feeling about McAllister. I've used bench boost already, but I do have triple captain left. Shall I use that this week, and if so, on who? I would use your triple captain in 34 on Haaland. Yeah, I would use it in 34 on Haaland. I wouldn't use it this week. I don't feel like there's anyone that I'm confident enough goes absolutely massive to use my triple captain. But if you do want to, just use it on whoever you want to captain. I don't feel like you should think about triple captain differently to captain. Whoever you were going to captain that week, just slap the triple on them. Who should I transfer for Ward? Would you -8 for Gabriel to Castagna? Who should I transfer for Ward? I would go De Gea, Kepa, or Navas are probably my three favourites. Would I -8 for Gabriel to Castagna? Probably not, no. 5,000 in the stream, only 850 likes. That's outrageous. That's an outrageous ratio. Isak in for Kane or McAllister. Isak in for Kane or McAllister March in for Saka. I think I prefer getting McAllister or March in, Jim. Although I prefer Saka to Kane, but I prefer McAllister March to Isak. So it's a tricky one. But yeah, I would probably try and get a Brighton midfielder in. Assuming you've got your free hit in 32. Because if you don't, then I wouldn't be selling Saka. So it really depends on when you're playing your free hit. Just followed you on Instagram. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Benrahma or McAllister for a cheap midfielder? Stats comparison, maybe. Benrahma's fine, but McAllister's the guy. He's more nailed, playing in a better attack, better fixtures, better stats, better everything, pretty much. I think he's even cheaper. I would go McAllister ahead of Benrahma. I feel like Benrahma's a great option. I like him, but his minutes are quite going to be lower than any of the Brighton midfielders. And West Ham aren't fantastic. Who's calling me at this time? I'll have to call them back. James to Shaw worth a free transfer? No, I'd keep James. He might not play both, but he's a great option if he plays. So, are we sure Rashford starts on Sunday? Not sure, but I would expect him to. DSB781 has become a Rat Tier 1 member. Thank you very much. Welcome. If I had Instagram, I would follow you. Then get Instagram just to follow me, Mark. No, I'm joking. If you don't have Instagram, that's fine. If you do have Instagram, there's no excuse. Captaincy poll, please. We did a captaincy poll. About 50%. Do you know what? I can do another captaincy poll. Let's do another captaincy poll. But by the way, that poll's ended. People's favourite options are Isak and Watkins. So if you're looking for a striker and you don't own one of those two, the FPL Raptor chat has said that Isak and Watkins are the best two strikers. Just subscribe to your OnlyFans. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy your stay. There you go. Triple Brighton mids. Yeah, I don't mind triple Brighton mids. Like I said earlier when someone asked it, it just sort of, it restricts you moving forward because Brighton have double game weeks throughout the rest of the season. So Brighton have a double in 29, they have a double in 34, 37, and then they'll have one in like 34, 35, or 36. Because they've got all four doubles still to come, you're not going to want to take out your Brighton assets at any point. So if you go for triple Brighton mid now, you've only got 2 midfield spots to change around. You're going to want to have Rashford. So that's 4 of your midfield spots taken. That means you've got 1 spot left for the likes of Saka, Fernandes, Salah, Maddison, whoever you want to own at different points. So I feel like it really restricts you having 3 of your midfield spots taken. They are great options, though, so it's not a huge issue. I just think I prefer for the structure of your team having 2 Brighton midfielders and 1 Brighton defender. Haaland starts, by the way. I assume that's April Fool's. But I will keep an eye on any Haaland news. The news that we've got so far is that he doesn't start. And that he's out due to a groin injury. I am a hungry man. I've started intermittent fasting again. And it's painful. How many subscribers are we on? Oh, I've just broke my internet. That's nice. We're still 350 away from 66,000. That's a lot. But we could do it. I believe in us. Chris says, choose one out of Maddison or Bruno for the next 3 games. Also, if I bring in Maddison, I'm thinking for Saka instead of Martinelli for Leeds game. Thoughts? I would prefer to keep Saka, but yeah, the Leeds game might suit Martinelli. If it's only for the next 2 weeks, I prefer Maddison. But if we're looking forward to game week 34 as well, I prefer Bruno. So it depends. 2 weeks, Maddison. 4 weeks, Bruno. 3 weeks is tricky because Maddison has Man City in 31. So I would probably just about say Bruno. But I do really like Maddison for the next couple because Maddison's got Bournemouth in game week 30. Zinchenko and Saka to Estepinian and Salah for a -4. Yeah, sounds nice. Don't have Bruno, but loving Salah's fixtures later, and he gets a lot of space and counters versus good teams. Yes, Salah has a good record against sort of top 6 sides. So I don't hate it. Still not entirely sure what I'm doing with my team, chat. You didn't help a lot at all. I know I'm fine as it is. Like, I don't need to do anything else, but I am very, very tempted. Team News and Ticks will post leaked lineup at 10:45 on Instagram. Will you share it with us here, please? I will share it with you, but only on the premise that you follow my Instagram. So, unless all of you follow my Instagram, it's not going to happen, is it? I'm joking. Yeah, I will share it with you. He's not Team News and Ticks on Instagram, though. This is him on Instagram if you want to follow him. But I think you have to request. Oh, why is... That's his Instagram. So he's going to be sharing leaked lineups. So he's going to be sharing, I'll check his. And then that's the other Instagram you need to follow. Look at that chap. Go follow him. Dear Ross, can you help me? I hope so. I think I want to do Saka to Bruno, but I'm scared of Saka's haul potential. That probably means that you don't think it's the best transfer to make, in which case then don't make it. Saka could always haul. Yeah, I don't feel particularly great about selling Saka for Bruno, but it is what it is. It's one of those things, isn't it? Get rid of Henry. Double Brentford defence on your bench boost is stinky. It is, isn't it? It is a bit stinky. Yeah, the fasting is hurting my stomach a little bit, but we move. Can you show that other Instagram again, please? It's leaked lineups. This guy. He's Team News and Ticks on Twitter, but on Instagram, I think he's leaked lineups. Oh, whoop. But I follow him already, so just stay here. Stick with me. Stick with me until 10:45, and I'll share the news that he gives. It's probably just going to be around Haaland, basically. But again, that might be useful for a lot of you. As far as I know, Haaland is out. Haaland's not going to be available. But again, it might be worth waiting for confirmation from Team News and Ticks. Is it worth taking a -4 to move Saka to Salah? I like it. Maddison to Fernandes. Maddison or Fernandes. If I do Erdegaard to Fernandes, I'm 0.6 short to Haaland next week, but easy with a -4 or transfer Saka instead. I quite like Erdegaard to Maddison, Linus. I would maybe do that one. Oh, I'm still muted. Is it worth taking a -4 to move Saka to Salah? I've done that one. If you ask the same question twice... Oh, that's just two different people have asked that. Okay, then yes, I think it's worth it. Aman says, thoughts on Bruno for captaincy? The Disc of Destiny suggested captaining Bruno, to be honest. So if you trust the disc, then yes. I'm less convinced. I feel like he will play a little bit deeper in the not much, but a little bit deeper in the absence of Casemiro. And I just feel like if you're going to go for a Man United asset, Rashford's the one. The only thing that puts me back in favour of Fernandes is he's on some free kicks. He's not on that many corners anymore, but he's on free kicks and he's on penalties. Unless Rashford wins it, in which case he might take it. Maybe. His data's actually not that bad this season, Bruno. It's a lot better than I thought it would be. I don't hate it at all. Again, there's my catchphrase. Your message has been pinned, Frosty. Doing poorly in your mini league, want to gain an extra advantage for a guaranteed extra 10 points in GameWeek 29. Follow Ross on Instagram. What a great plug that is. Who will take the penalty if McAllister is substituted? Probably Pascal Gross. After that, it could be Matoma. I think, did Estepinian take it? Did I make this up? Did Estepinian take a penalty in the international break? I'm sure I didn't make that up. I think Estepinian took a penalty and scored it. Could you imagine the scenes if Estepinian steps up and takes a pen? Yeah, he did. Cool. I didn't make that up. Nice. Pope and Martinelli to Gea and Fernandes, or Saka and Botman. I wouldn't sell Pope. I wouldn't sell Botman either. Why do you want to sell Pope and Botman? I would keep all of them. I wouldn't be selling Pope or Botman, so no to both of those. But I like the idea of getting Fernandes in. If you have to sell one, I would sell Botman. I think Pope's an excellent option. Basically, you're saying we all need to captain Estepinian. I haven't said this publicly on Twitter because it seems like a stupid thing to say. But if I was really going punty, I quite like Estepinian as a captaincy option. He's just got quite a lot of attacking potential, and they're two good fixtures as well. Who knows? I'm happy to own him. The only slight worry is that, obviously, if he's fatigued or jet-lagged or whatever from international duty. Are you on the bench boost? I am on the bench boost. Yes. How bad is Haaland's injury? We're going to find out in 20... If you stick with me for 23 minutes, we will find out. Team News and Tix is going to give us Haaland team news at 10:45. Have you got a graphic for captaincy choice, mate? I don't. I didn't make a graphic this week, unfortunately. It was my birthday on Wednesday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, it was my birthday on Wednesday. So I went home for like 4, 5, 6 days. So I've been a bit out. It's a lot of beeping. So I've been a bit out of the loop. Are you 100% set on McAllister captaincy? No, I'm about 70-30. I'm edging towards 100%. Thank you for all the birthday wishes. Happy 40th. Chat, how old do you think I am? Chat, how old do you think I turned? You're from Loughton, right, Ross? I am. I grew up in Loughton, absolutely. 56 years old. Are you crazy? 56? That's an outrage. 53, 34. A few people know in the chat. That's nice. You're 37, divorced with 3 kids. Firstly, I'm not divorced. Firstly, I'm not divorced. Firstly, I have no children. And firstly, I'm not 37. Firstly. Ross, are you on the bench boost? Yes, I am. Yeah, I know. Absolute violation. 38. I think you're around 40. My mum thinks you're 35. I've asked her to leave. That's upsetting. That is upsetting. Are you dating Yelena? I am not dating Yelena for the 50th time. No, I was going to say 50th time. It's been a lot more than 50 times. We are best friends. There is absolutely no dating going on there. You look 24. Thank you. Right, I'm 30. I'm not 30. I'm 26. I read 38 then. I'm 38. No, I'm 26 years old. 26. Is Danny Ward playing? I don't think so. I don't think so. Me to Shaw for a -4. Oh, I like that. Me to Shaw for a -4. Yes, I would say so. Is Gakpo a good punt? I always forget Gakpo exists. I list all of the attackers that Liverpool have, and I forget Gakpo exists. Yes. But again, they've got... So Diaz isn't available for the first fixture in 29, but they've got like... I don't know. I feel like it's very short term because they've got a lot of players returning. When everyone's fit, they're going to have Salah, Jota, Diaz, Firmino, Darwin, and Gakpo for 3 spots, and Salah gets it every time. So what you're essentially saying is there's 5 players for 2 positions. I had a meltdown, Ross. I was on a -8 before this stream. I'm now on a -16. Excellent. Has anyone else had a meltdown? Have I contributed to anyone else's meltdown? Right, everyone's just laughing at me being 26. It's just not okay. It's not okay. Captaincy poll is still running, by the way, if you want to vote on your captaincy. Oh, that's an actual poll. Right, I'm ending the captaincy poll. I lied. I'm starting a new poll. Free transfer. Ross, why no Haaland? What, in my team? Because he's an injury doubt and because he's got a single fixture. I sold him last week. Right, there is a new poll in the chat. Go vote on that poll. I just want to know what you're doing. So you've got what have you done / what is the plan? So even if you've not made them, like what will you end up with? Free transfers, -4, -8, or -12 or more. I'm 30 in 3 days, Ross. That's rough. I was going to offer you some words of encouragement, but instead I'll just say that's rough. No, it's fine. I'm 30 in 4 years, so we're all old. Today is the type of day that the FPL site will freeze. I agree. Yeah, chat, I need to make my decision. I keep forgetting that I haven't made my final transfer. I might do Henry to Chilwell for a -4. I feel like... Or Kane to Isak. Or do I do both for a -12? Chat, that's an option. Kane to Isak and Henry to Chilwell for a -12. Talk me out of it. Or talk me into it. Would you 100% do Zinchenko to Shaw for a -4? I did exactly that already. So yes. Have James, who's a slight doubt as well, and I'm on bench boost. I did that already, so yeah. I would say yes. What's your advice for someone with 0 chips, have a similar team like yours? Don't sell your Arsenal assets unless you've already sold them. And don't load up on Brighton and Man United assets. Basically, you need to have 32 in the back of your mind that you want to be able to put out a decent team, whilst also still having a good team for the double game weeks. Martinelli to Salah and Bailey to McAllister for a -8. No bench boost and plan to bench Kane to have a mid of Salah, Saka, Matoma, McAllister and Rashford. Yeah, that looks good to me. I would do that for me. Kane for Isak is a bad idea in my opinion. That is bad. Don't... Okay, right. Chat doesn't like that at all. Check your Twitter DMs, Ross. If it's asking for advice, I'm not going to do that in the middle of the stream. If it's information, yeah, I can't do advice DMs in the middle of the stream. Otherwise, I'll just be sat on Twitter. In your shoes, I'd do David De Gea for Raya. I can't do that. I've already got triple Man United. A 26-year-old Raptor is young, reckless, and free and takes a -12. A 40-year-old Raptor is wise and plays it safe without the hits. Your actions will show us your true age. Don't do that to me. I really want to take another hit. I want to take another 2 hits. Do you know what? Let's just take a -16. Let's just sort out the... No, I won't really. How ridiculous is it to sell Saka? I can't believe it. I don't think it's that ridiculous. You're getting a good option in return. Who is the best defender to take the last spot? Leicester defence, West Ham, someone else? Yeah, like Chilwell, Zuma, Ricardo Pereira. I don't mind any of those options. Maddison or Bruno? Maddison for the next 2, but Bruno after that. So if you're thinking longer term, I would go Bruno. Are you still hungover? I feel terrible. I feel like death. Thank you for asking. Hi, Ross. Zuma for Pinnock for a -8. I have Henry as well. I don't hate that, but Zuma needs a clean sheet, and you need Pinnock to blank for that hit to pay off, which is kind of what's putting me off slightly, like a Chilwell option. You need Henry to blank, or the player you need to take out, you need to blank, and you need the player that you're bringing in to pop off. And it's just like, are both of those things going to happen? I don't know. Thoughts on a -8 for Saka and Kane, out for Maddison and Isak. Saka and Kane out for Maddison and Isak. I don't hate it. I'm still weighing up the Kane to Isak for an extra hit myself, so I can't comment on that one. But I feel like Saka to Maddison sounds nice. How many Guinness did you have in the end? Only 5. I say only 5. I'm a bit of a lightweight. So if I, one sec, let me just check this because I've got less than half an hour and I don't want everything. I need to make my transfers essentially. So if I go back there, let's say I don't do Isaac. Right. No, I didn't mean that. I hate this. I hate it. I hate everything about it. It says success importing, but it's not been imported. What are you doing to me? Give me my team so that I can check. I want to make sure that I don't get... Do you know what? Just get in the bin. Just get in the bin. If I go here... So let's say I do the Henry to Chilwell move. I want to make sure that I'm not priced out of doing what I want to do in the future. Henry to Chilwell. Then next week, I wanted to do probably Tony to Haaland. So I've got 0.5 leeway there. Perfect. And then after that, I want some kind of way to get Salah in this spot for Maddison. The thing is, do I even want Chilwell? Wolves, Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth, Forest. Chat, I'm really not sure what I'm doing. I feel like I want all of the options. I feel like I want Chilwell, I want Isaac, I want everyone involved. Take a -4 or -8 to sell Martinelli to Saka for Maddison Bruno. Also, Rayo Ward for Kepa for another -4. If you're bench boosting, Ward to Kepa makes sense. And then maybe just do like Martinelli to Maddison. You don't have to do all of those moves, I don't think. But like each of them individually do look quite nice. So maybe. Hi, Ross. I'm on a wildcard and can't bench boost. Would you play Zuma or Solanke over Kane this week? I would play Solanke over Kane, yeah. I can't believe I'm saying that, but I would always back a double GAMEWEEK attacker. I wouldn't necessarily back Zuma ahead of Kane. But yeah, Solanke I probably would. JK17 says, got Martinelli, Saka, Erdegaard, Salah, Rashford. What's the best way of getting another fixture in Brighton? In Brighton? What do you mean? Leicester? GC is still asleep, so I can't discuss. I don't really understand the message. I think you mean another fixture in the double. I don't... Like a Brighton or a Brighton or a Leicester defender, I guess. I don't really understand the question. I apologise. I'm still a little bit drunk, I think. Salah to Bruno. No, I would keep Salah. I wouldn't sell Salah or Bruno. I think you're fine owning either of them. Is Pascal Gross a viable differential? I don't think so. He's playing like defensive midfield and he's not on penalties, so I would say no. I would say no. Chat, I really don't know what to do, and we are approaching the deadline, and you guys have been absolutely useless today. You've not helped me at all. On a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you without Arsenal assets? 8. I'll go 8. Don't do anything. Yeah, maybe that's the play when I'm not sure. Maybe that is the play when I'm unsure. Watkins or Tony? I would say Watkins. Get Bowen in. My midfield's fine. Like, I'm not going to make any midfield transfers. Basically, like I said, it's Kane to Isaac or Henry to Chilwell. I do really like the idea of Kane to Isaac. Just because it sets up my team as well moving forward. Kane to Isaac allows me to get Tony to Haaland. And it allows me to do Maddison to Salah. So I can get both the two premiums that I want moving forward if I make that move. But I am selling Harry Kane before Everton and Bournemouth. Why sell Zinchenko and not Henry to Shaw? Zinchenko's just not got good fixtures for me. I'm free hitting in 32. In next week, he's got Liverpool. I don't want Zinchenko moving forward. He's fine for this week, but yeah. Look at Kane's run of consistency. It's insane. Is this team April Fools? How rude. How rude. Isak is injury prone. Yeah, he is, isn't he? Ross, bring in Saka. It's a mistake if you don't. I've just taken Saka out. I'm going to bring him back in. Selling Kane before Bournemouth at home is bonkers. It probably is, isn't it? Are you on bench boost? I am. I might just do Henry to Chilwell then. Might do Henry to Chilwell. To be fair, everyone did Henry to Chilwell last week. And it wasn't insane last week. But this week, everyone's telling me not to. I don't understand. Like last week, loads of people did Henry to Chilwell for -4, and I didn't. And Chilwell got 1 point, Henry got 2. So that was the right decision. I feel like now maybe it is. Now maybe it is the time. It's time for another poll. Start Kane or Saka. I prefer Saka this week. There you go, chat. The poll has begun. Henry to Chilwell for a -4 hit. Yes or no? Vote in the poll. Bench Zinchenko or me? I'd probably bench me, to be honest. Although double, and he loves a bullet header. I do prefer a double game week, but they're just really... This is why I want to sell Henry. The fixtures just aren't there. And I've already got Raya on the bench. I don't know. I'd probably bench me. Oh, chat, you're so useless. It's 50-50. Haaland news. We get Haaland news in 7 minutes. Stick with me for the next 7, and I'll give you Haaland news. Classic chat giving me a 50-50 poll. Use the wheel. Use the wheel. Use the disc of destiny. Why didn't I think? Oh, there's already a yes, no here. Right, we've already got a rest no? Yes, no, best of 3. Okay, best of 3. So basically first to 2. Yes, no. Should I do Henry to Chilwell for a hit? No. Will. Okay, the Will says no. Let's see what it says next. Yes. Okay. So it comes down to this spin. That's fine. Nice bit of tension from the Will. Do you know what that tells me? It tells me that I want to make it because I was desperately hoping the Will would tell me yes. So I'm going to do it. So scientific. We're very scientific here on this channel. Did you see the upset in my face when the Will said no? Brilliant. Oh, that's excellent. Sorry, chat. I've just found out something too funny. You're off your nut, mate. Love to see it. I'm taking that as a compliment. So I've just received a message from Yelena FPL. So Yelena has captained Ben Mee as a joke, and now her app is like frozen and it won't let her change her captain. So Yelena might be captaining Ben Mee. That's exciting. Oh, God. So basically, don't mess around with captaining random people as a joke. Havertz or Felix? I would go Havertz. I would go Havertz. Oh, God, we've got a voice note. What is this? Oh, for God's sake.
April Fools.
Okay, so she's joking. She's just been a troll. No one likes a troll. No one likes a troll. Do Henry to Chilwell, but Kane to Isak is maybe not worth the hit. My last message was about which Arsenal midfielder to sell for a doubler. I would. Well, assuming you've got all of them, I would sell Martinelli just because he's a bit of a he's a bit of a minute stout. But sort of, Saka's the one not to sell. All right. She's a wind up, isn't she? Right, we've got 3 minutes. Oh, do you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. Sorry, chat. I know no one wants me to do this. I know no one's a fan, but just suck it up, you know? Just deal with it. Okay? Just deal with it, okay? There we go. It happened. It's too late to tell me you don't want it. It happened. If I have to fight each and every one of you, I will. Don't make me have to fight 6,000 people. I will do it. Are you on a -8? That is for a -8. That is a -8. Zinchenko to Shaw for a -4. It's such a lovely rhyme. I feel like Dr. Zeus. Henry to Chilwell for a -4, or both for a -8. Both. That's what I just did. I just did both for a -8 cash. Get it done. Get it done. Hi, Raptor. Rashford's safe as a captaincy. Alternative would be Bruno or Matoma. Yeah, I feel like Rashford's the safe captain choice, for sure. Got something in my eye. Not really, I'm just crying. Oh, Frosty, you make me laugh. I'll send that to her. That's brilliant. Oh, we're getting our team news and ticks. Let me get that. Right, we've got 1 minute for Haaland news. 1 minute for Haaland news. I don't know if he's doing it on his story or if he's posting a picture, but I'll keep refreshing. Sorry, I know I'm on my phone. I'm on Instagram refreshing team news and ticks page. It will be a stupid video again. Yeah, it will, especially because it's April Fool's. Gonna have to watch a stupid video for ages. Oh my God, there is something terribly in my eye. That is not comfortable at all. Oh, if he doesn't just hurry up and upload. I mean, I don't really care. I don't have Haaland, but I'm trying to help you. He doesn't have news, does he? He tends to be like a minute or two late. Oh my God, chat. I'm got something in my eye. That's going to like squelch down the microphone. That's not... No one enjoys that. Server's going to crash. Yeah, servers probably will crash. Is Batman fit? Botman. Yeah, you only have food poisoning, Botman. It might be April Fool's. I don't think so. I don't think he would do that because he cares about his reputation. The April Fool's is that he's not posting anything. No, I think he'll post. He's too interested in gaining followers. We'll leave it for now. But did he actually say he was going to post it? I don't see any tweets about it. Let me check. My eye's gone very red now from rubbing it repeatedly. What am I doing? Twitter. Oh, maybe he's not. Okay. If he's not, he's not. I got told he was. So what I would go off then is this, which we're feeling fairly comfortable is accurate. Where is it? This guy here. This isn't April Fool's, by the way. It was posted yesterday. This guy, Falazi, apparently is really good for early team news for City. I've never come across him before. But this was his tweet. Again, it wasn't 1st of April. If you want to trust it or not, that's up to you. All right. So I'm sorry, we don't have any early actual team news. I was told that we were going to get it, but maybe not. Happy birthday for earlier in the week. Thank you very much. As chat has established, I turned 45 years old, which is lovely. Thanks, chat. Not only am I hungover, but I'm being abused for my age as well, which is just fantastic. Not even my age, for the way I look. There's my team, by the way. I have taken a -8. Don't ask me what happened, but Shaw, Fernandez, and Chilwell came in. No, I'm not really 45. I'm 26. Stop it. What do we think of the team? I've got McAllister captain. I haven't even thought about that. Oh, well, we've committed. We've committed to McAllister captain. Don't forget to hit the like button, everyone. Here she is. Here's Miss Yellow in her FPL. Just in time. Just in time. Happy birthday, Ross. Thank you. Bench boost Raya, Haaland, Saka, and Fabian Schär. That sounds wonderful. I wouldn't bench boost Haaland, though, because apparently he's out injured. But if you don't want to trust that news, March captain is clear. I like Solly March captain. If I had Solly March, I would be tempted to captain as well, but I don't. So it's McAllister. Henry to Shaw for a -8, but stops me getting Big Erling back next week. Yes, go for it. Go for it. Hungover on 5 pints. That's lame. Maybe you're lame, Kevin. Is your name Kevin? Yes, Kevin. Maybe you're lame. Have you considered that? You look great for 50 years old. So does your mum. I'm joking. Not really, Nathan. Oh, God. I think I'm still a bit drunk. Can you captain someone on the bench? Can you captain someone on the bench during a boost? What are those words? No, you can't. Just put them in your starting 11. You have to captain someone in your 11. How does it feel to be born in 1978? I don't know. You tell me. Is Pope fit to play? Yes, I think so. Well, they said they're optimistic. They're optimistic. Would you do Henry to Zuma? Not enough for Chilwell and no free hit. Yeah, go for it. I like Zuma as an option. Doubles in 34. Remove Raya. No. That's for another hit. He could keep... if he makes a few saves, maybe gets a clean sheet, he could come away with a nice score. Do you remember Ben Foster last year got 14 points? He was on my bench boost last year. What's the reasoning for McAllister? I don't know. FPL bores me a bit sometimes, so I like to have fun with it. So McAllister, captain it is. No, but I do genuinely think McAllister's a good option. He's got really decent data. He's on penalties, good fixtures, all of that stuff. Haaland news. Apparently, we're not getting Haaland news. I thought we were, but apparently not. Remove Chilwell, remove Estepinian, remove Bruno, captain Estepinian. Sounds like a deal. What do you think about Brennan Johnson? I like Brennan Johnson. Oh, I do like Brennan Johnson for sure. Haaland starts as per Twitter. Is everyone just trolling me again? With April Fools, I just don't know whether to believe anything. FPL Focal is captaining Salah. Nice. No, I can't see any news on Twitter, which tells me that it's not actually real. Because if it was real, it would be everywhere. Do you know what? I'm just not listening to. I'm not listening to the chat. If one of the mods sees something reliable, you can send it to me. Otherwise, I'm not listening. Thoughts on Ricardo Pereira? I like Ricardo Pereira. I think if I was going for like a cheap defender that maybe wasn't a West Ham, I think Zuma and Pereira would be my favourite too. But I think Zuma's better long term. He's more nailed. And he's got a double in 34. Zuma would be my cheap defender of choice. Keylor Navas would be my cheap goalkeeper of choice. Ross, you are one of my favourite people. Thank you, Polkit. All the best and take care. Rashford captain, any concerns? No concerns. I think you're absolutely fine. I don't want to confirm that it will start, but if Rashford's been in training, which he has, and unless there is a reoccurring issue which we would not know about, I see no reason why Rashford wouldn't start and play close to 90 minutes. Pickford, Porro, Nico Williams, Ferguson, bench boost. I was set on using it, but now that looks questionable. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. I would not bench boost that. I would try and save the bench boost and improve it over the coming weeks. But if you want to go for it, just go for it. Apparently he's given us news now. Are you just lying to me? I was just on his Instagram. I didn't see anything. No, there's no news still as far as I can see. You've got less, or just over 5 minutes till the deadline, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of a crash because it's a big double. So I would get your teams locked in. Oh, it's Boona. There we go. Mute Boona. There's your answer to it. I can't see it because I mute Boona at the weekends. It's not real. Andy says Saka is benched. You're just lying. What are all these April Fool's tweets? Just tuned in. What made you pick McAllister over Rashford? Mainly penalties and fixtures, but Rashford's a great option as well. Saka's not out. You're such trolls. Chat, don't troll. If that's true, I would be so happy if Saka's out. Hopefully he's not injured because I love Saka, but hopefully he doesn't play because, wow, that would be delightful news for me. But I don't think it's true. Chat, don't listen to it because I can't confirm it. Bruno captain. Yeah, I don't mind Bruno captain. The Disc of Destiny told us to captain Bruno. So if you trust the disc, then you go Bruno. You have got less than 5 minutes until the deadline. Make sure your teams are locked in. Make sure that you refresh the page. Make sure that your bench boost is active. Please don't get that wrong. And I'm just going to refresh and check my team because I don't trust myself. I'm out of control sometimes. Okay. I think... oh, my voice just... I think I'm fine. I think I'm sorted. This is when I say, April Fools, I'm captaining Rashford. Hey. I'm not really. There is no fooling involved. McAllister's got the armband. Big Mac. Team News and Ticks has announced. I still don't really believe that, but I can check. Oh, Haaland doesn't start. He actually has. There you go. Haaland doesn't start. Haaland doesn't start. Okay, Haaland doesn't start. Confirmed. That doesn't mean that he's out altogether, though. He might be in the squad. He might be on the bench. So, unfortunately, he didn't give us that information. He just posted a pic of Haaland. The caption is doesn't start. The caption is doesn't start. Okay, apparently there is a leak going around that Saka doesn't start. So if you were unsure about selling Saka, you can maybe go for it. I don't have that information, and I'm not going to confirm that because I don't know who said that. But yes, there is apparently a rumor going around that Saka doesn't start, which would not be ideal for people that still have him. It would be excellent for those of us that have sold him. It could be April Fool's. Yeah, this is what a nightmare day to have a deadline on April Fool's. But yes, April Fool's could be in play here. I don't know. I can't see any reason that Saka would ever not start unless he's injured. I think that it is April Fool's, but we'll see. Haaland's in the match day squad. Is he? Is that what he said? Let's have a look. I don't see where he said in the matchday squad. Okay, apparently he's in the squad. I don't know that, but all we know is that Haaland doesn't start. Hopefully he is in the squad, because that would be useful for bringing him in next week. Are you captaining McAllister? Yes, McAllister's getting the armband for sure. For sure. Would you take a -12 for 15 doublers? Go for it if you want. I'm already on a -8 hit, so I don't see... Well, it's not a huge issue. Loads of people will be taking hits this week anyway. You've got less than 2 minutes till the deadline. Make sure your teams are locked in. Make sure that you... Make sure the bench boost is active as well if you're bench boosting. Don't make the mistake of not having the bench boost active. Bye-bye, Haaland. Yeah, if you're in the bench boost, you've probably got to sell Haaland now. But people are saying he's in the squad. He could come off the bench and do some damage. Is Rashford injured? I don't believe so. I think Rashford will be fine for tomorrow. I think he'll be fine. McAllister or March for the armband? That's like a 50-50. March is probably the safer one because McAllister could drop deep. You have McAllister captain. I do. Apparently Saka's benched. I don't know if that's true. That's what I'm hearing, but it could be April Fool's. Haaland's not in the squad. I still haven't seen whether that's the case or not. I've just seen that he doesn't start. Why not Rashford captain? Just want to take a bit of a punt on McAllister. Did you bench boost? Yes, I've bench boosted. Raya, Kane, Chilwell and Botman. Hopefully we get a couple of clean sheets on there and Kane gets a goal. Cool. By the time you hear my voice, the deadline has probably arrived, which is exciting. The biggest double game week of the season. The biggest double game week of the season. That is the deadline. We are locked in. Well done, chat. We made it. We made it. By the way, don't leave right now because we're going to carry on streaming. I'll carry on streaming for about another 45 minutes or so. So don't leave. Stick with me. And we'll get the early team news together. Or we'll get guaranteed team news. And if you are going to leave, make sure you like the stream on the way out. And make sure you subscribe on the way out as well. But don't leave. Why would you leave? There's no need to leave. Leaves immediately. Fair enough. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Ross, am I a fool for going Dennis over Kane? Yes, probably. Don't tell me what to do. I'll tell you what to do if I want to tell you what to do. I'm sad that you didn't check my DM. I'm not going to check Twitter DMs on stream. That sets a terrible precedent for just constantly doing it. Bye-bye, babes. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Rob. Would you do March McAllister if you owned him over Mac 10? Would you captain March? Sorry. No. Probably wouldn't have. I've got a new job, Ross. Congratulations, Liam. That's class. Show us your DMs. Is that a euphemism? I can show you my DMs. It's just going to expose everyone. Saka is out. Is Saka benched? I don't know. Apparently, Let's Talk FPL had a God, I'm tired. Apparently, Let's Talk FPL had a source that Saka is out. However, that could be April Fool's because people are annoying and think April Fool's is funny. I'm not a big fan of April Fool's. I don't mind pranks in general, but April Fool's is just so overdone with everything, isn't it? So, who knows? Should I try and... I'll try and find out if the Saka stuff's true. Who can I message? I don't really have anyone that gives me early Arsenal team news. I don't know. I guess we'll find out soon. Is it the 3 p.m. kickoff? Arsenal. I can't even check now. Let me just type in Arsenal. Yes, 3 p.m. So we'll find out soon enough. Just give Mikel a quick... Yeah, I'll just give Arteta a quick call. No, I'll just ring my boy Bakayo. Bakayo watches the content. Bakayo watches the content, so I'll just give him a... Just moved to West Bridgeford. Good pubs to eat in the area. I went to West Bridgeford last night and had loads of Guinness. What was it called? Oh, God, I was very drunk on the way back. It was called Brewhouse and Kitchen. That was quite nice. The food was... I had like a buttermilk chicken burger thing. It was lovely. The Saka stuff's definitely April Fool's. I think it's April Fool's, personally. Just spoke with Arteta. Apparently he's on the bench. There we go. Did you go with Jelena? No, Jelena's feeling quite ill. Jelena's in Essex. Essex? Yeah, Essex. The post-Guinness poos are different level. John, that's an outrageous thing to say publicly. Haaland is in the squad. This is not a drill. Is he confirmed? Haaland is not on the bus. Everyone's just saying different things. Do you know what? I don't care. FPL can get in the bin. Oh, I need to tweet my team. Oh, one sec. Code red. Need to tweet. The life of an influencer, eh? I hate the word influencer. Someone called me an influencer the other day. It's just a gross word, isn't it? Bench. Boost. Active. GameWeek 2019, McAllister captain. Did I do the moves that I was going to do? Saka to Bruno, Zinchenko to Shaw, Henry to Chilwell. Nice. You know the drill, chat. You're going to now go and like my tweet to make me feel popular. Oh, that's exciting. 15 people have liked it already. Are you under the influence right now? I'm under the influence... I was going to try and make a joke, but I forgot what I was going to say. No, hold me tighter, Rossiter. I'll hold you as tight as you want, Josh. My chest hurts. Ow. Content creator is better than influencer. Influencer implies we care about your opinion. That's excellent, Frosty. Thank you for that. That's brilliant. Yeah, no one cares what my opinion is. No one cares. You just tune in for the Tinder chat. What's your dream job? This is my dream job. Being a YouTuber. It genuinely is. It genuinely is. Fitness update. Today is the first day of my cut. So I finished bulking yesterday. So today is the first day of my cut. I'm intermittent fasting. I haven't eaten anything yet. And I'm going to be shredded. You just wait. Topless pictures on Instagram every day. Every day. Is being under the influence all the time what makes you look older? Right. We're making me sound like a 50-year-old alcoholic. I don't drink much alcohol, and I'm 26. Have you changed your F1 fantasy team at all? Yes. No nuggets and milkshakes for dinner. No more chicken selects. The chicken selects will not be eaten for the next couple of months. Well, they might occasionally. I'm a bit of a sucker for a chicken select. What was I doing? F1 fantasy. I'm not going to talk about it in a load of detail. I really hate the fact that it's in Australia. That's just annoying, isn't it? Like the timings are just terrible. They're my 3 teams. The middle team is the most serious team. The other 2 I just have a bit of fun with. Perez not making it past Q3 is fun though, isn't it? That was lovely to wake up to. Have you got that 100k bench yet, Father Rossiter? No, I've been mainly... Sorry, just reading the chat. I've been mainly doing dumbbell bench press rather than a barbell bench press. Tagged you on something on Twitter about Haaland. I will leave if you speak about F1. I'm not going to speak about F1. There you go. I was just showing my teams. Don't leave. Love me. Means Perez gets more points tomorrow. It does, but Red Bull get less points overall and Perez didn't get any qualifying points. So it might work out. If you use your DRS boost on Perez, then it works. Should we look at Twitter together? Let's look at Twitter together. Is everyone saying nice things to me? Oh, God. I love that. My favorite is just people that wouldn't know about my live streams, just seeing all of these replies. People, it just looks like people love me in general. What did the Wheel of Destiny say? I missed the stream. Captain Bruno. The Chilwell move was unnecessary. Oh, God. Spelling. Spelling. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just insulting people on Twitter. If you put a kiss, though, it's fine. Like, I use kisses very sarcastically. If there's ever a kiss on my tweet or a kiss in a message, it's normally a sarcastic kiss. What did you tag me in, Liam? There's too many notifications. I don't know what's happening. No, there's too much. I'm sorry, Liam. It's gone. That's my team if you're just tuning in now. We took a -8. Don't ask why. Harry, Ross, I need a hug. Why do you need a hug, Harry? What happened? What did you do to FPL Harry? Who's hurt Harry? Did you take a big hit? It was right there, was it? I missed that. Harry took a -12. Let's look at Harry. Did you tweet it? Harry, you haven't tweeted it. I want to see it. Or put it in the chat. Harry, put the -12 in the chat. We're all interested. We're engrossed. FPL website is the worst. I wouldn't disagree with that. It's not great, is it? he took a -12 and he still owns Rico Henry. I feel like Rico Henry's going to smash it and I'm going to cry. Ross, our teams are pretty much the same except you've got Kane and I've got Havertz. Well, then you're probably going to outscore me. I would rather have Havertz. What was your thoughts on changing Rashford as captain? Only just got back. I like Rashford captaincy. I just ended up on McAllister though today. Saka to Maddison, Kane to Solanke. Why'd you do Solanke and not Isak? I like the Saka to Maddison move, to be fair. I would have done Kane to Isak, but I don't hate it, Harry. I very nearly did Kane to Isak. Was a -228 hit too much? No, that sounds good. It's a big number. You want big numbers. Was the deadline 11? Yes, the deadline was at 11. You've missed it. It's always at 11 on a Saturday. I need the money to get Haaland and to get Salah. Yeah, I'll be doing something similar probably. I'll probably be doing something similar. Harry Kane to run riot. I hope so. I need him to, because loads of people are selling Kane. So Solanke frees up funds for a possible Salah move down the line. No, yeah, but you probably Isak would have. I don't know how much he had in the bank. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. What happened to El Checo? What, Checo is in Checo Perez, as in Sergio Perez. He didn't make it through Q3. So he's starting in P20. I don't think this Saka stuff's real. I'll be completely honest. I would be very, very surprised if it's real. Love your content, bro. Keep it up. You're the best FPL YouTuber out there. Thank you, Ben. That's very sweet of you to say. Have you watched/played The Last of Us? Would highly recommend. I was waiting for the entire series to come out so that I could binge it. So I'll be watching The Last of Us soon. I've never played the game. I spend too much time making YouTube videos and playing FPL. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he didn't make it through Q1, not Q3. Ignore me. My brain's not working. Anyway, P20. He's starting P20. Yeah, I saw that, Frosty. I don't think the Saka stuff's true. Oscar captain Salah, that's bold. Yeah, Oscar was telling us about that yesterday. I said I don't mind it. Then Harry was saying that he does mind it. Yeah, I'm glad he went through with it, though. How's the hangover? It's not too bad. I had to just turn up and just do it. But sitting... Oh, you wouldn't believe how bright that light is. Wait, I could probably show you. Could I show you how bright that light is? If I do this, will you be able to see that? Look at this. Oh, wait, what am I doing? This light is shining down at me above my camera. So, yes, there's that. It's extremely bright in my face, which isn't nice for a hangover. It is insanely bright. But the thing is, if I turn it down, you can already see just... Wait, where's my thumb? Just here. If you don't turn up your lighting all the way, the green screen does this weird thing. Don't need to do that, mate. It lets off your... Should I turn off the light? You could see how bad the lighting is in here if I turned off that big studio light. Terrible. Salah loves scoring against City. Yeah, Salah does love big games. I would love to own Salah this week if I could, but my midfield 5's pretty set. I don't know if Saka's out. We're probably not going to find out for a couple of hours if Saka's actually out. I would predict no. I would predict no, but we'll find out. That is going to ruin so many... That is going to ruin so many bench boosts if Saka is out, but... I don't think so. I mean, I've sold him anyway, so I don't care particularly. Please remind me why I went for McAllister before Rashford as captain, please. I don't know, it's a terrible decision. Notice me, Daddy Raptor. You are noticed. You have been noticed. Let's get some early team news. I mean, I think we've got it anyway. Haaland doesn't start, but people are saying he's in the squad. Saka, we're not going to get team news for probably a couple of hours. Saka can't ruin my bench boost as I started him. Who's the fool now? Oh, yeah. That's true. Oh, that's the bingo. There's my face. I guess if you... I guess, yeah, if you started Saka, then technically your bench boost's fine. But the thing is, if you started him and he's out, then you would have used your bench. So it has still ruined your bench boost. Claudette says, I just spoke to Saka's mum and she says he's good to go. There you go. Flash us the bald head. No. Daddy Raptor, you don't need to cut. We like the bulky frame. I could show you the difference between a bulk and a cut. My bulk, I just feel a bit fat on a bulk. I took some bulking pictures recently. I know my camera's off. My camera will be back on. Yeah, it's a little bit like, I've put on a good amount of weight at least. Rossina. Yeah, the camera's just being a nightmare. Looking thin now. Dad bod Raptor. No, I don't think it's not a dad bod. It's still muscle. It's just a little bit chubby. Is my camera going to work straight away or is it going to be a pain? No, I hate you, camera. I am going to work it out this summer. I'll either get a new camera or I'll work out a way to make this camera work more. Just did Trippier to Casemiro. What on earth does that even mean? What on earth does that even mean? Brighton midfielders are probably better than Maddison. For captaincy, I would agree. That's why I went for McAllister. Is your surname Kemp? When the cam is back, Johnny Sins is sitting there. Excuse me? See, I think my physique looks terrible that way. That's a bulk. I'm bulking now, but you can see my waist is quite chubby. Oh, there's a message from Harry. So that's a bulk. Cuts a lot more defined. Like, that's a cut. You can see more definition in the back. So there's not a lot. I'm not going to show you my front. Yeah. So I think I prefer a cut. Especially for the summer. Because you can be topless a lot. This is a family platform. Subscribe to my OnlyFans for more. What were your moves? My moves were Shaw, Chilwell, and Fernandez in for Henry, Zinchenko, and Saka. You only look bad if you compare yourself. Thank you. How much do you bench? I'm really weak. My PB is 95 kilos, which is about 215, 220 pounds. Topless in front of the camera, you meant? What? I'm going to retreat. I'm retreating. I can send you a back photo of me. We'll make you feel like a... Thoughts on the John Wick movie? I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies, believe it or not. Raptor being ripped was not on my bingo card. Was it not? Can you make an inspirational quote? You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. Michael Scott. I don't know. I have some quotes, but I don't have anything right now. Been in the gym for nearly 4 years. I've been in the gym for 13 months. 13 months. 14 months. 13 months. Ross showing us fake photos on April Fools. I've shown them with my face in, but I feel like it's a little bit more explicit showing them from my front. There's my face in them. You can see that's me. Like, there's no faking that. Unless it's photoshopped. Who knows? Ross, are you watching WrestleMania? I am not. Ross, did you watch The Traitors? I have not. I don't watch anything. I just watch YouTube videos. How many calories are you on for your cut? It will be 2,300, 2,100, and then 1,900. So I finished my cut on 1,900 calories. This is really cozy being like this on a live stream. I could fall asleep though. Who knows? How do I gain weight? Eat more. That's it. Eat more. Grealish, Alvarez, and Mahrez is the front three. That's quite nice. Ross, you are going to be the strongest goblin of them all. I like that. Thanks. The Goblin King. This chat is proof that bros go to the gym for other bros' approvals. Bros' approval. What do you think, Jen? Do I have female approval as well as only bros' approval? Yeah, pretty much. I spend my entire time in the gym just comparing my self to other guys as well. Much more interested in that. Do you do any cardio? I will when I cut. I haven't been for the last 8 or 9 months. What does your hoodie say? It says botanical. The life cycle of flowers. That's not particularly masculine, is it? It's got a really nice back to it, but I can't really show you the back. It's got a really graphic back. I can't really turn around though. But it's got a nice back. Most ladies don't care. Fantastic, Jen. Thank you. I'm glad I've been putting in the effort for nothing. Do you watch The Biggest Menace on YouTube? I do. Nico's an absolute lad. Fun fact for you. A lot of the beta squad play FPL and watch my videos. So that's a fun fact for you. And I'll be doing videos with some of them at some point as well. That will be coming. Ross, why is the hood up? Why is the hood... I don't know. I probably shouldn't have my hood up. It was just because I was feeling a bit vulnerable. Wearing white trainers on the red carpet is unforgivable, but will let you off. Yeah, I'll show chat for anyone that missed it. So I went to a red carpet event. There are my impeccable white trainers. All right. By the end of the night, this was the situation for... Wait, how can I zoom in and show you at the same time? Wait, I've got a video. I've got a video of my trainers. Turn the cap back around. I've got a video of it. My shoe. And that's a weird thing to video. That was my shoe by the end of the night. Bad, right? Why is your top still on? Is Saka benched? I don't know if Saka's benched. We don't have this information. We don't have this information. What the hell were you doing to your shoe? I blame Yelena. I think Yelena stood on my shoe. I think Yelena stood on it. I don't remember it even getting dirty, but so that picture outside Burger King, that was at 4 a.m. So when the shoe was dirty, it was like 4 a.m. So anything could have happened to my shoe. I don't know. Ross, do you think Son was a good pick? Not particularly, no. He's got a single game week, so. Ross, I tweeted you my gym transformation. Let me have a look. Ross, what's your height? Somewhere between 5'9" and 5'10". Oh, this is great. Let's show this on the stream. I think I'm 176 or 177, so I'm like between 5'9" and 5'10". Centimeters, that was. Wait, you sent it, didn't you? One sec. You've smashed it. That's insane. What on FPL Cortex? Absolutely mad transformation. Andy's still sticking to this Saka out stuff. I don't think Andy would lie. I don't think Andy's April, but I feel like the person that gave him the information could have been joking and doing like an April Fool's thing. So yeah. You went to Burger King with Yelena. We went to the red carpet. Right, I'll show you because she looked great. Right. Firstly, Yella and I are friends. I have to keep emphasizing that. We are not dating. But yeah, we went to the red carpet. She looks great, to be fair. Lovely picture, right? Again, friends. But she looked good. Better than I did. It's not particularly difficult, but yeah. There we go. It was good. It was a strange experience. We're going to another red carpet again soon. There you go. There's your girl. Fantastic. No, not friends with benefits. There's no benefit. The only benefit is having a friend that plays FPL. There's no benefits at all. Very friendly. Friends. Ooh, friends. Take your glasses off and show us your pretty eyes, Daddy Raptor. I look really weird without glasses on camera. I don't look weird without glasses in real life, but because you've only ever seen me with glasses on camera, my eyes look like that big. So... Ross, you looked great too, mate. Thank you. I appreciate that. The Wizard of Ross. I don't know why I've not heard that one before. I've heard the Wizard of Oz, but not the Wizard of Roz. I like that. Nice one, Calvin. Calvin, I thought you weren't even going to be here. You told me you were unavailable for this live stream. Here you are. You've got that FPL Riz. I don't have that FPL Riz. I've got no Riz. My Riz is... There's no Riz. Does she have a great personality? No. Sorry. She does. Imagine I just go, no. It's just the face. Personality's terrible. They are not dating because Yelena is better at FPL and Ross can't have that. Excuse me? If you see my rank, it's not actually very good anymore, is it? Oh well. I try. Ross, what was your reasoning of putting in Watkins just because of a double game week? I've had Watkins for ages now. I've had him for ages. He had... Oh, no, I haven't. I've only had him for a few weeks. He had Bournemouth in 28, which was a decent fixture. Ross, how many... What is that noise? Ross, how many girlfriends are you carrying on that back of yours? I've currently got like 4 or 5 girlfriends. You know how it is. Ross is doing his PhD in retrophysics. I'm glad that you guys think I have that Riz, that ability. Man City. We'll get the team news in 1 minute. Do you have any children? I have no children. And I'm single. I said that so sadly. I have no children and I'm lonely. No, I'm fine, but I am single with no children. I was going to say set me up with your sisters, but then someone tried to set me up with their sister in a previous stream. I agreed to be set up with their sister, and then they proceeded to tell me that their sister was like 11. So I don't really want to get cancelled. So I'm not going to ask to do that anymore. But if anyone has an, I was going to say 18, like a 22 plus sister, let me know. City, are you going to tweet your team? Is it not at 12:30? It is at 12:30, isn't it? Here we go. Yep, so confirmed Haaland's not in the squad. Is there anything else surprising? No, I feel like that's a very obvious team. No real surprise there. Maybe the fact that Stones is at right back. They're playing 4 centre-backs. Okay, so that is the City lineup. Liverpool. The Liverpool lineup. Jota, Salah, Gakpo, Darwin on the bench. Firmino on the bench. Obviously, Diaz isn't involved, but he'll hopefully be fit for the next game. No real surprises for the two teams then. I think that's pretty much what we expected, isn't it? I do own a printer, but I haven't used it for a while. I'd have to check that it works. I can do that after my stream in like 10, 15 minutes. Ignore that random voice note. Love a good voice note. Love a good voice note. I'm not a girl, but I'm 22 with lots of kisses. Okay, fine. Guess I'll take what I can get at this stage. What do you mean 45 years to 22 years is an age gap? It's outrageous behavior. When Ross was born, he asked for the nurse's number even before he started to cry. Rizgod. I just almost threw my water across my desk. Points prediction. Oh yes, points prediction. How many points does my team get? Predict my points. Is Yelena asking for printouts? It was Yelena. She's going to the Nottingham Forest game today. I'm not going. I wasn't invited. Rude. She's going to the Forest game, so I assume she needs me to print out her tickets or something. So, but yes, I'm not going, sadly. $169.34.7. You think my bench boost scores me... Not my bench boost. My entire team scores me 7 points. Nice. 106. I would like 100... Oh. Hello? Sorry. Stream just died. I think we're back. I would like 120 points. That would be lovely. 12 points. 50 the same as your age. She's going to the Forest game without you. This friends with benefits lark is really lacking on the benefits front. It really is. So annoying. Not getting many benefits out of this, am I? Fantasy Premier Riz. FPL just doesn't bring any Riz with it. 120, are you dreaming? I got 120 points in a single week with no bench boost. Do you remember that? Oh, I can't show you. I was going to show you, but I can't. I got 120 points in Game Week 9. It was 119, I think. But sorry, I joined late. Which transfers did you go for? I did Shaw, Fernandez, and Chilwell in for Zinchenko, Saka, and Henry. -8. Do you live in Nottingham? I do live in Nottingham. FPL content creator is the biggest red flag. How do you think I could swing being an FPL content creator into something that is attractive to a girl? What do you think is the way I do that? Is it mentioning the Twitter followers? I'll tell you what it's not doing, mentioning the Instagram, because no one follows me on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram. I think it's mentioning that you're a swinger. No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying I want to swing. I'm saying I want to swing it. I understand the confusion. Yes, I'm a swinger. Hello, Ross. For the last half an hour, has it been weird? Depends what you define as weird. I feel like for my live streams, no, it hasn't been weird. If you've not tuned into a live stream before, then yes, it's been very weird. Saying it makes you loads of money. What, you think I should whip out my bank statement? Nice. Say I make football videos. Strategic advisor to musicians, influencers, and other celebrities. There are quite a few celebs in my DMs asking for FPL advice. Can't mention all of them. I can't, but there are a lot. We just like it if you're kind, loyal, and funny. Everything else is a bonus. Jen, do you think I'm kind, loyal, and funny? I'm not hitting on you, by the way, Jen. Yeah, I'm just asking in general. Say you're an influencer. Nah, that's a red flag. If someone approached me when I'm an influencer, that's a bit of a red flag. Get your kit off while you're filming. Now, apparently girls don't like topless pictures, I've been told as well. I'm doing it all wrong. I'm doing it all wrong. You shouldn't be using clout to get girls, Ross. What should I be using? Help me. What should I be using then? Say you're the top G of FPL. I feel like that's not a good thing. Oh, that was a big stretch. Has Saka asked you for FPL advice? No, Saka hasn't asked me for FPL advice. Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. What's the max age gap you can accept for a potential partner? I don't know. Obviously, in the other direction, I can only go to... I'm 26, so I can't say, like... I was going to say 10 years, but I can't go 10 years either side. So, like, a few years younger, and then, like, I don't know, 10 years older, something like that. I'm not particularly interested. I don't particularly care about age. Just say you do YouTube on the side. Okay. PhD gives you Riz. I should mention the PhD. Interesting. You said earlier wasn't the time for foot fetishes. Is now the time? I mean, there's never a good time for foot fetish, personally, I don't think. But as I said in my previous stream, apparently 1 in 3 men have a foot fetish. Did you know that? So, let's say that there's 1,000... Let's say that 1,000... We'll say, optimistically, there are 100 females watching. There aren't. Let's say 1,500 of you watching are male. That means that 500 people watching like feet. And I'm not one of them. So that means even more. You should use your incredible looks. That's just very kind, Eric. Thank you. That doesn't work. Say that your chat calls you daddy sometimes. No, actually, I shouldn't, but I could. I missed the start of this. What the hell is this, Riz? I love it that people would have tuned in as I'm talking about foot fetishes that maybe have never watched my stream before. See that there's an FPL stream, are all excited for that FPL chat, and here they come into this, whatever's going on. Is your PhD in something cool, or is it boring like maths? My PhD is virtual reality in elite sport. So it's sports psychology. I think it's cool. Show us a toe to get us started. I don't know if I'm flexible. I'm not going to get my feet out on stream. feel like that's a bit much. Foot fetish poll. Okay. Claudette says foot fetishes are great for foot rubs. Sounds like you know all about it, Claudette, to be fair. Oh, I can't believe I'm sat here in front of 1,500 people running a foot fetish poll on my FPL YouTube channel. I didn't even have an FPL channel. I didn't do YouTube 18 months ago. And here is where I am. I've just run a poll. I've just run a poll. Do you like feet? Yes or no? Be honest. It's anonymous. No one will know what you voted. All of you voting no are probably lying. That's all I'm going to say. Just do you like feet? I don't want to know what you want to do with the feet. That's too much information. But just do you like feet in general? I just like, in the middle of all of this, there's just a question that just says, is there any confirmation that Haaland will start? Haaland's not in the squad, sadly. Oh. Right, so currently, 31% have said yes. So 1 in 3 is perfectly shown here like feet. My research has been backed up. Just under 33% of people here like feet. Feet are great for walking. You look good today. I never know if people are... Is that April Fools? Thank you, if not. Ross's stats don't miss. Even when we're not talking about XG, even when we're talking about feet, my stats are still on point. It's just how it goes. Well, that was a really loud swallow. Sorry. Right. Ask some more questions. Let's move away from feet. What an idiot. What an idiot. Let's all laugh because she's not in the chat. So we can all laugh at her. What an idiot. It's outrageous behavior. We're currently laughing at you in the live stream for being at the wrong station. But I hope you get to the right station on time. It sounds like a mess, which sums up most experiences with you. Bye. There you go. What an idiot. Only her. Does Yelena have big feet? No. Oh, they're normal size. I know what size her feet are, but I feel like that's a really inappropriate thing to discuss. What defines a fetish? Is it just liking the thing or an extreme? I think it's like an extreme liking. Ross, what's your beard care routine? Nothing, just shampoo and conditioner. That's it. What's my shoe size? I'm an 8.5. Very small feet. But a massive... Ross, have you ever eaten beef curtains? I've eaten beef. I'll just leave it at that. I've eaten beef. That's it. W Stream Ross, thank you. Where's my OBS gone? I'm going to bring you back over here. I'm an 11. What, out of 10? Nice. Nice. How blind are you? Are you asking how strong my glasses are? They're really weak, like 0.75 and 1. Like one of them, 0.75 and 1. I just poked myself in the eye and 1. They're quite weak. You've gone all red. Have I? I'm quite warm. I'd actually quite like to take my hoodie off, but I might actually take my hoodie off. Be right back. I'm literally just gonna go there. I won't do it here because my top will come off. It's all gonna 1 second. Hello, I'm back. Are you doing Ramadan? No, I'm not. I'm intermittent fasting for my cut. That's a dope chair. Oh, it's my Batman chair. Did you see it? Batman. 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 Do you recommend buying your Batman chair? This is really expensive. This is like 400 and something pound this chair was, but I sit in it all day every day, so like it was worth it. He's so shy, it's really cute. I'm not shy at all. Why is my stream that delayed? My stream is like 45 seconds delayed. That's a bit annoying. Oh, well. Secret Lab's got the best gaming chairs. Yeah, so it's Secret Labs. It is really nice. And it's got this... it's got a magnetic cushion. But the back of my hat hits it. So when I'm wearing a hat, I can't have the cushion. But it's really nice. It's definitely worth it, but it's so expensive. But I love it. Was the chair tax deductible as a business expense? It would be now, but I didn't have a business when I bought it, so it's not. It would have been, though. How many points do you reckon you'll get this week? 108. Can we see the rest of your office? There's not an office. There's a few screens and a desk and a green screen behind me. I'm going to start playing football barefoot now to distract a third of the opponent's teams. But I don't think, I feel like the opponents don't want your feet. They probably want prettier feet. That's not to say you haven't got pretty feet, FPL Yeti, but I'm just saying. You look strong without the hoodie. Thanks. I don't feel it particularly. What is your PC build? I've just got a Mac. I need a proper PC though. No armrest. I do have armrest. That's about as high as they go. Then they go low. You just can't see them. They're like just a little bit lower than this. Rossiter, we're literally getting married and I'm 21. What do you mean 22 is the youngest I'd go for? Sorry, Josh. I forgot. I keep forgetting. Which Mac? It's just a Mac Mini. That's a bit higher. Just a Mac Mini. You look like a big, strong bear. Thanks. Rista, flex your biceps. Nah, my arms are small. Well, they're not small, but they're not. My shoulders are the biggest part of me. Other than my pecs. That's massive. Was it a mistake not to get Haaland out this game week on a free transfer? Yes. Because he's not playing. No, because if he's back... Well, it depends if you're bench boosting. If you're bench boosting, yes. Try face away cable curls. Best exercise ever. Yeah, I don't mind those. They're not small at all, my arms. They're just not as big as my shoulders and chest, which is bigger. Is YouTube your only job? No, YouTube's not even my job. My job is lecturing and PhD. Any advice for dealing with the mental aspect of hair loss? Did you experience it yourself? I just shaved my head. That sorted it very quickly. I feel like the people that struggle the most are the ones that like hang on to like strands of hair and try and like comb it over to, you know. What's your least favorite body part? Oh, to train. My least favorite body part is my teeth. I don't like them. But I'm going to probably get Invisalign soon, which is exciting. I've got a consultation with a dentist because I don't like my teeth. My least favorite body part to train is legs. No one likes training legs. Legs suck. Legs suck. If you get to 1 million subs, will you host a party and invite me to it? Yes. If I get to 1 million subs, I will host a party. I'll invite everyone to it. All 1 million people. Gonna make some food recommendations before the City Pool game. Any recommendations? Make some food. I don't know. I feel like a Saturday morning's like bacon. Bacon's a good teeth reveal. It's my teeth. They're fine. They're just a bit gappy. Legs is great because that's where you lift the heaviest. That's true. Makes you feel strong, for sure. My favourite is shoulders, which is why my shoulders are disproportionately bigger than the rest of my body. Because shoulders are just so fun to work out. Hummus and carrot pitta for me with some hot Nando's sauce. That sounds really nice. I don't know what I'm having. I haven't eaten in 16 hours. Will you live stream the million subs party asking for a friend in Tuvalu? Where's that? Tuvalu? Tuvalu? Yes, I will live stream. I might have to make some bacon then. However, it's 11:30 p.m., not Saturday morning for me. Oh, I didn't know you was in a different time zone. Still bacon. I'm eating a Caesar salad with chicken. I need to do that on my cut now. Need to lose some fat, so I need to start eating better. Why did you bench Botman? Sorry, I missed most of your stream. I've got my bench boost. It's my bench boost. I feel like those are my weakest 4 players. Raya, Kane. You could argue between Chilwell and Shaw, but yeah, that's it. Wait, aren't you Muslim? No, I'm not Muslim, so I can eat bacon. Do your YouTube moderators get paid enough? I would like to be one to help you. Yeah, I pay Frosty loads. No, Frosty pays me money. Most of my moderators are members, so technically the moderators are paying, but you can be a moderator without being a member, but it's just because I trust those guys and girls. But no, I don't pay I probably should pay my mods, but they're just lovely enough to help me. Did you get a new camera? I didn't. It's the same camera. It's already overheated twice. How reliable is the Saka news? I don't know yet. Guinnesses aren't intermittent fasting. That's true. But I stopped drinking Guinness at like 11. And it was only... Yeah, I suppose, yeah. I didn't intermittent fast then, technically. Do you own Perez in F1 Fantasy? I do, yeah. In all 3 teams, I think I've got Perez. When's your next cycle, or are you natural? Do I look like I'm on a cycle? I'm not muscly enough to be on a cycle. I'm completely natural. I would love to look muscly enough that people... I would never do that to my body, but yeah. Tuvalu is in the South Pacific near Fiji and Samoa. Wow. I need to travel the world soon. What is your best recommendation for wide shoulders? It's just lateral raises. It's your side delt. My front delt's not... Where's my front delt? My front delt's like there. The reason my shoulders look big always is because of the side delt. So just lateral raise constantly. Thoughts on FPL content creator boxing event? Who would you fight? I'd have to fight FPL Focal, but I feel like it would just end up in like a tickle match because we're so kind, both of us. I wouldn't box anyway. There's so much research about brain damage involved in boxing. I don't want to get my face punched in. So I wouldn't do that. I could host, I could commentate. That could work. I could be the commentator for the event. Do you take any supplements, Ross? I take creatine and glutamine. They're the only 2 supplements that I take. Open the door, Ross. I'm outside. Are you? You'll fight Yelena. So Yelena and I always joke about fighting each other. And I went to do it publicly the other day, and I thought that I can't do that. I'd get in trouble. But yeah, I would fight Yelena for sure. She'd probably beat me up. How much do you do on a lateral raise? Lat raise is really light, like 10 kilos. Really light on a lateral raise. You do not want to do high weight on a lateral raise. You'll just injure your shoulders. Where's everyone watching from? I'm from Nepal, tuning into Daddy Rizda. Let me know, yeah. Nepal's a lovely place. I need to go there as well. Lat raises humble you differently. They do, don't they? They do. When are you doing a drunk stream? I'll do a drunk stream with Yelena. I won't do it by myself. She's just busy all the time, so I don't know. Whenever she's free, we'll do a drunk stream. It might be next year now. I think we're aiming for Game Week 37, but I don't want to confirm that because it might not be confirmed. Sweden, New Zealand, Vancouver, Bangkok, Somaliland, South Africa, Taiwan, Amsterdam. Is 15 kilos okay, or would you do less? If you're extremely strong, you can do 15 kilo lateral raises. Or if you're doing like cheat or partial rep. But for a full rep, I would go lighter, unless you're really strong. Manchester. A few people from Manchester. London. Nice. I just had beans, Daddy Raptor. Nice. Feels so boring to say I'm tuning in from England. Maybe I need to move abroad before the next stream. I can't wait. I'm going to live abroad when I'm older. I'm not going to live in the UK. I'm not a massive fan of living in the UK. It's cold. It's miserable. I'm way too self-conscious to go to the gym. Wouldn't even know what I'm doing. Most people don't. Most people aren't even looking at what you're doing. I wear, you know the hoodie that I don't wear that hoodie, but I wear a hat this way. I wear a hoodie over my head and I have headphones on. And it means that I just feel like I'm in my own little bubble. Although I have started to get recognised at the gym, which is always fun. Midway through bench pressing the other day when I got recognised, which is cool. Shoulder press 70 pounds, easy. What's 70 pounds? That's what I shoulder press. In each hand, yeah, I assume. About 30 kilos in each hand. Yeah, that's me too. My PB is 32 kilos in each hand. Oof. Come to Sydney, Ross. I would love to. Have you ever tried Prime? No, I've not. I would like to, though. I would like to, because I want to see what all the hype is. Just came in to say hello. Hello. Good to see you. I have vertigo at the moment. It's been awful this morning and was too sick to amend my team. It's feeling better. Hopefully March does well. So I suffered with really bad vertigo for about 2 or 3 years, especially in the summer. And then all of a sudden it just stopped. Like, I get it from time to time. I don't know what changed, if it was my diet, if it was just something I grew out of. I don't know if you even can with vertigo. But vertigo is one of the most terrible feelings in the world. And it always was worse in the summer for some reason. But yeah, it's like being drunk, but 10 times worse. Like the room spins. I hated it. All I know about Prime is people stockpile it and sell it for exorbitant prices on Facebook. Yeah, basically. I understand creatine, but why the other supplement? So glutamine's an amino acid, but it's also good for gut health as well. So there's no real disadvantage to taking glutamine. So what I do is I have a protein shake, 2 scoops of creatine, 1 scoop of glutamine. Perfect. I love you. I love you too, HyperXMG. Lots of love. Can you define vertigo? I only know it as a map on Black Ops. It's basically, the symptom is dizziness, but I don't know what the actual... Vertigo is a symptom rather than a condition. It's the sensation that you or the environment around you is moving or spinning. So if you've ever been like really... You know when you're super, super drunk, if you've drunk alcohol, if you've not, then don't worry. But you lay down and like you literally feel like the room spinning. It's like that, but much worse. And like laying down doesn't help because it feels like it's spinning. You have to close your eyes. But standing up is impossible if you have really bad vertigo. It's horrid. It's horrible. Favorite Black Ops 2 map? Let me get them up. That's just sad. There's your response. I deserve to be laughed at. Oh, that was it. Black Ops 2 maps. Sorry, I forget which is which game, so I'm just getting them up. Oh my god, Black Ops 2 was so... I might go and play Black Ops 2. Do you know the nostalgia of looking at these maps? Where's... Sorry if you don't play Black Ops 2. I'm not going to talk about this for ages. I'm just going, oh, Ross, stop breaking things. The nostalgia of this right here is just wonderful. I would say... That's so difficult. I loved Raid. I know no one else the people that I used to play with didn't like Raid. Nuketown was just insane. Plaza's okay. Plaza where I got my greatest kill streak, I think. I was in one of the tunnels. I would say... Yeah, I would say Raid. I'll go Raid. What do we think? Anyone that played Black Ops 2? Studio was the best. Decent shout. Standoff was a decent map as well, but Standoff I didn't do very well at. I used to die repeatedly, so that was why it wasn't my favourite. Hijacked was insane. Hijacked was just chaos. I really love Black Ops 2. I might have to go back and play that soon. I really want to stream gaming, but I just don't really have the setup. But I feel like, imagine just sitting there streaming, playing Black Ops 2 on Twitch. I want to start streaming on Twitch. That would just be so much fun. Slums was a camp fest. I didn't like Slums, yeah. I wasn't a massive fan of Yemen either. I want like a bigger, like where they're all there. Oh, here we go. We've got all of them here. I need to see like pictures of them to remember. Wait, that's you're gonna have to zoom out here. Here we go. Encore. I liked Encore. I'm trying to remember what Vertigo even... Take control of the top. Oh, I didn't really like Vertigo. Oh my god, Mirage. I like Mirage, but then again, I died a lot there. Grind. Oh my god, this is such a nostalgic throwback. I hated Turbine. Did not enjoy Turbine at all. Express was good. Zombies was elite as well. That Black Ops 2 is just goated, isn't it? So good. I haven't played Call of Duty in ages. Doing pull-ups whilst watching your stream. I need to get better at pull-ups. I can only do like 10 pull-ups, 12 if I'm feeling very, very strong. Can't do weighted pull-ups. I really need to improve that. Oh god! Oh, we've been going for over 3 hours, chat. I think that's probably a sign that I need to go eat and relax because wow, hungover 3 hour stream is quite something. So, oh, we've got FPL's More Than Hobby. Black Ops 1 and 2 are my favorite COD games, but then again, those were my first COD games. Yeah, I feel like Black Ops 2 was I didn't play Black Ops 1, so Black Ops 2 was probably the first I played. I think that's why it feels nostalgic. Whatever your first game that you played was, and especially if you played with friends as well. Yeah, I think Black Ops 2 is my favorite COD. Right, I'm going to leave it there, chat. Thank you for being here with me, as always. And best of luck for Game Week 29. Hopefully the -8 hit pays back. We'll be back for Game Week 30 when we decide if we want to get Haaland back in or not. But thank you very much, and enjoy your weekends as well. See you later, guys.